Oh, I think we're live. We're live.
Oh,
Well, hello.
The breakdown, Outbreak 1, Case 3.
Lockdown? Sounds dumb, don't it?
And then,
oh no.
and then, and then.
So welcome. Oh, we're out to our third show, aren't we?
I can't believe we made it this
Yeah.
far.
Congratulations,
Ah,
guys.
yay! We got Mr. Ultra in the show.
Not Ultra.
Hello,
Mr.
sir.
Ultra.
What's up?
How's everybody?
We're doing
Yo,
well.
yo, yo.
Yeah. And today we have a special guest.
Who?
It's Corey.
Oh.
He doesn't even know that he's a special guest.
Hello. I'm working on my audio issues right now.
We've got
And it really sucks. I can't.
that Cody
fix my
Wilson in chat?
soundboard.
Oh, hello,
Cody Wilson.
Mr. Cody Wilson. Welcome back.
Yo, yo.
Low, low, low.
Low, low, low.
Low, low, low.
Oh, okay.
low. Shawty got low.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, Kevin's not here.
Oh, that's fair.
So shall we get started and go straight into the upgrades?
Sure.
Upgrade!
And I will choose. Shall we let our guest go first?
I don't see why.
Why not?
Oh. Well, okay. Hey, we're here. We're doing it now.
What?
I got a lot of stuff, and I was gonna save some of it for the streets
For the
proper.
street
Yeah.
I got a bunch of the grails that I've been searching for a while. I recorded two what is it?
Rangers in
unboxings. I recorded two unboxings for Soda Pop for it, but the audio decided to crap out, and there's just no audio to them, so it's just blank ones. So I didn't get to share these yet.
Blank 182.
But one of the coolest ones that I got was the Side Basher.
Sick.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
It is sick. It is SIC.
Oh, my-
Kiwami
Oh.
Tamashi.
Oh, right. Oh, that's
Hell yeah.
Really
That's
cool.
cool.
Dang.
Where'd you get it
Yeah. Mandarake.
at? Okay.
Like
it
I
good
get most
price?
of my things.
Smart bike.
Yeah.
Was it used
this
or
is
was
really
it-
dope. You can convert it into the whole big Wakati dude.
Big
So
one.
that's nice.
That is
Oh, yeah,
the
man.
full name.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. And
cool.
then on top of that, I got Kiwami Tamashi Garen.
Karen.
Whoa.
Heck yeah.
Pretty cool.
Fits with the theme of the Prognosatsu this week. So
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
My name is Garen. I'd like to talk to your manager.
I fucking hate that. I love that, but I hate that.
Oh man. Yeah. He was dope. So yeah. That's all the SIC stuff. I'm gonna save the candy toy stuff for
Okay.
yeah, for the streets
Later?
proper.
For
Alright.
the streets.
The
Nice.
streets.
That's right. So, yeah. that's
All
it.
right. Who's next
Go ahead.
up? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll start it with Mr. Grayson.
Also, are we not going to acknowledge that Spring Roland is filming from inside of a cave?
Dawson Rider Knight.
I forgot to bring my mask to play the role of Dawson, but that's okay.
Of course.
Next time.
I only got one thing. Technically, so I ordered something. I ordered the Spino Thunder set, but it's not going to be here for another 3 to 4 weeks
What?
because the freaking
Oh yeah,
COVID
Amazon.
screwing with
Oh,
my
okay.
Prime.
Yeah, Amazon's kind of screwing me up as well.
I mean, they're still giving me free shipping, but still.
Yeah.
So, but something did come in the mail this week. I have not finished the main series yet, but I got this little thing right here.
Nice.
I have really been
Wow.
liking Ultraman Orb, and I talked to Brian this week, and I was like, I'm scared. I might have accidentally started with my favorite, and it's going to be all downhill from here. He's like, no, that's not how that works.
Right.
It does.
You might have found your favorite, but the other shows are good. So I'm probably going to buy the other ones on Blu-ray because I'm just really sick of streaming it, and if there's a legal way to watch it, I'll probably just do it. So
Yeah, dude. Hashtag spine art.
hashtag Spiner, hashtag Brent Spiner.
That's right.
That's right. So yeah.
And-
Other than that, I got some heart medication, some cheese.
Heart medication?
Yeah, no, I'm mimicking Brian because he ran out.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What a strange thing to homage.
He got some heart.
Out
I
of all
got
the
heart
things that
medication.
Brian's known for, it's the heart attack that you go for.
Shukwin Shinanen heart attack.
Oh my!
Oh no!
That's what they'll be looking up. That's what they'll be looking up in a little bit. Grayson Bullock stroke.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you right now, it's happening live.
It's happened.
She's good, but Ty and Rue were kind of bad, but
Oh
not
no!
So yeah, that's me. I rocked it open button style today. Rocked my hairy chest a little bit.
Right. So
Fantastic.
that's to get up
Did a
today.
couple TikToks today.
Mhm.
And you know what?
Wow.
I'm not proud to admit that.
I don't know if I
He's
should.
good, but Tyga and Rue were kind of bad. but not ninja.
TikToksin, man.
Huh?
TikToksin. Keep TikToking.
Cheap tuck.
Oh, okay.
Oh my!
I really wish I could have kept a straight face. So yeah, that's
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
so
Good. Oh, good. Yeah, get real close to the microphone with that
Hello,
burp.
my name is Corey Gong, and today I'll be looking at some soda figures. I fucked up the stickers on one of them, but it's fine. It's fine. It's
I
fine. It's
swear to
fine.
God, I did rip a sticker, and I was really upset about it this week.
Oh no, Corey.
Josh Gong in the
Tic
face.
Tac.
Tic
Corey
Tac.
Wilson.
TikTok doesn't exist. Only Tic Tac from time.
Okay.
Hatsudo system Hatsudo irai. Kikyu system Hatsudo irai. That's what it says.
I'm sorry, I don't speak weeb.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry, I don't either. So next
Fine.
up,
So one of my one-ups, I got this guy in the mail, Kiramager.
oh
I
nice.
got
Oh.
the
Boy, I didn't see
things that were always on Twitter.
Oh, it's
Oh,
you guys.
there's
You got
me.
yourselves.
Me and there's Roland.
Oh,
Hell yeah,
finally.
dude. The only ones. that matter.
Finally, I
Yeah,
thought it was gonna
Sal.
take longer than that. Jeez.
Sal.
It takes 6
Oh, you got Sal. You got Joe. You got Murr. You got Q.
Then also, yeah, I think that's it for my one-ups, like what I got. And then I just took a test this week. That was hard as F.
Oh,
since it's online.
what test?
Oh, God.
What was it on?
It was like stats. It's like,
Oh, gross.
Yeah. it
Okay.
is gross.
Ew.
Corey.
Ew, ew.
It was stupid.
Not into that.
Yeah, that's basically it. Doing school online.
Yeah.
And then next week, spring break, apparently.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which I'm not going to do anything. Probably just watch
As long as you don't go to the beach and then you try to infect people and not give a care about the other people, then
Big
Yeah.
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's been my whole week. Nothing much.
Cool. As for myself, I didn't get anything physical, so I pretty much just downloaded Animal Crossing, and I got Octopath Traveler for like 50% off, and I'm currently playing the demo version of this beautiful game.
Bravely Default 2. Where's the first? Did you play the
It's
first
a-
one?
it- yeah, I played the first one and it's on 3DS, and then I played Bravely Second. Those are beautiful games, like Square Enix, like mwah. So they're the makers of Final Fantasy and all that, obviously. So they're great games. I'm excited for the full release. But otherwise, I just shipped out this week's releases for Toku. I finally found locally that I could pre-order the SH Figure Arts Spider-Man Toei version because
nice.
yeah, I can't find it anywhere like in Army or HLJ or anything like that. They're totally like order stopped, so
Yeah.
it's quite annoying.
I hope
but
Bluefin brings it to the US.
Yeah, I
or
think that might
international.
happen. Because it's under Toei and stuff, so it's in the Tokusatsu kind of thing. So maybe they might.
Boy,
take
I'll
it
take
in.
it.
Like
Shout
when
out.
you get stuff in the mail, how do they send it to the cave? Do they send it like through the Ark, or like I don't? Do you have like a bat tunnel? Like, they just drop things through. Like
I've been reported multiple times that my bats have been biting them in their ankles, and then I have to pay for their hospital bills, and then also I have to.
but you get a
pay the
discount
insurance.
because you're a nurse.
Well, I'm not at work, so I don't give a shit about them.
Well,
Why
it's
do I
like we're
care?
being all if I know one of the servers, I get a discount on my lasagna. So I know a nurse, I get a discount on my surgery.
Well, funny thing is that our local McDonald's are giving away free coffee for healthcare workers.
Nice.
So if you turn up in your scrubs and show your ID, you can get some free coffee. And then I don't know if you guys know Nando's. Do you have Nando's in America?
You
Oh,
can't
my
just say things.
Nope.
It's not my.
So it's like a Portuguese chicken restaurant. We get like 50% off any of the meals that we want there if you just show your healthcare worker. So, but I haven't claimed it yet or anything like that. So
Get on that.
I think about it. It depends on what I
Think
want
about
to
it.
eat.
It keeps me
Probably
up
just the
at night.
chicken I'll just get. I can't eat any of the other stuff that they sell. But
Wow, way to shit
I'll
on
be off
Nando's.
for a week next week, and then I'll start my new job. So I'll be go back to working into the ICU. So I'll be looking after potential corona patients. I don't know. We'll shall see. So I'm not going to be isolating myself anytime soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. So now it's time for
Breaking hero time.
Wait, I thought, do we not?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
You're here.
All right, you're here. Corey.
That's
No, wait, hold on. What? I thought you guys were gonna like cherry pick like some of the one ups.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
to do
now I was getting it up now.
that.
Yeah, let's.
We
Last
forgot
hear
the opinions last week.
We did. I'm just getting too excited. I don't know what the hell's going on with me.
Your one ups. Where is that?
All right, let's start.
Guys,
No.
1-ups, 13 upgrades, 13 minutes in. Corey, how do you feel?
It's a time, man. It's having it. You know. Those are the words that I'm using.
Time.
So who wants to present theirs first?
I will.
All right. Okay, you can
I
go,
was
Tommy.
louder.
Okay, I'll go first. So mine is Toku fan. He bought the Metsubo Jinrai riser thing. He said connected to MetsuboJinrai.net.
Nice.
Free. That's pretty cool. Good on him. Good on him.
Hopefully he gets
Good
more.
on him.
Get on him.
No, I said good on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
good on him.
Good on him.
Good on you.
Right.
Lulu
Good on you.
definitely
Toku fan.
cares. Good
Way to get that.
stuff.
Yeah.
John.
How about you, Grayson? Who's your favorite?
My favorite is Cody. Specifically his Blaze Lightning figure. I like how he posed it. It looks real nice and cool. And he's got his cute little minifigs around him.
And I like how
He's
It's
got what
very-
looks to be fake AirPods charging in the back.
Yeah, has a
Really?
nice aesthetic going in the background. I was more intrigued about that rather than his figures. I'm just joking.
I was,
Um,
I was more
you're talking
intrigued.
about his figures, not his office setup. So why don't you?
And I can
stay on
see,
that?
I don't know what's that that green tube in the bottom right corner, but that looks like an.
I think that's his
oxygen
insulin pump.
Oh! I thought it was
What?
oxygen tubing.
Oh,
Both are horrible answers. So
Yeah. True.
I liked how
could
Cody.
also just be a wire.
Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah.
he's too young to know what The Wire is, Corey.
That's a good show.
I don't even know what that is. What are you talking about?
It's a good show.
Gosh.
It's a good
Oh,
show.
Josh.
And roll.
Oh, what were you doing this weekend? Oh, I don't know. I was watching The Wire.
Ended like
Sorry,
2004?
not that.
Yeah. What
It's
about
an
it?
actual show on HBO.
I've got Mr. Void Ranger, as in Old God. He's got his, what is that Megazord called again?
Koretsuo.
Paleo Max.
Kiretsuro, that's right. And then Toku fan
Kiramager.
said, "My God, Kiramager is tiny." Yes, I do agree, but it's a beautiful piece of art, kinda.
Like hard. Get it? Corey's here.
Fart.
You own $5.
More
No.
like Kira Minor. A reoccurring joke.
More like Zeo Super Megazord.
He's Super Zeo Megazord, right? Or is it Zeo?
I'll
See,
be
I want to
honest,
get
I
the
haven't
girl
watched
under
much of
toys,
Zeo.
but
What is it? Zeo Super Zeo Megazord or Zeo Super Megazord?
I don't know. I don't remember.
This is the only part of the joke
the
that I know.
super,
Okay.
All we know is that Josh has to buy it.
Sure, yeah, that's.
he has
I'm
to.
down for that.
It depends.
Corey,
It depends
what's
how
your
they
favorite?
officially
Well,
title it.
Upgrade. One up.
What?
What's your favorite?
Oh boy, it's you know,
Oh boy.
it's
Cody's Dollar Tree Pokemon cards.
that's it. Yeah, that is it. That's what I like. It's
That's
a good one.
what I like. Don't forget it, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
You come,
All right.
you come at Corey with a $1 Pokemon card in pants down.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh
He'll
no,
show
you know
one
what?
$1.
I'm seeing that. Was it Old God posted that he got Orion Butler or Battleship? You know that one. I like that one. That's neat.
Yeah, that's right. Because Corey is our
You
Orion
know
Butler.
that? White.
Actually, none of us at all.
None of us. None of us are fully
I mean, you have, but
you have.
You have.
Me, SpongeBob.
no, this is Patrick.
You Doodle. Me, SpongeBob. And then we got Breaking Hero Time. Kiramager, the Kirama Kings and Queens of Sparkles. 010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101.
Zero 1.
So this week,
So let's start off with Kiramager this week. Who wants to summarize what happened?
okay, so Shigeru Miyamoto. No.
Okay, so it starts off as
Kirame
a
Blue.
Office episode.
What?
What?
Yeah, they shot like the Office. The
Kirame Blue. He does the things. He's an actor boy. He's so famous. He hurts himself on set, and you forget about it. He don't worry about it. He's fine.
Forget about it.
I'm the Burger King. You know, that whole type of thing. And then, Jewel is like, that's not very cool. I mean, like, do you worry about being cool? You should really just be honest with them. And he's like, nah, I gotta be cool. And then Mouth Boy is like, you know what a vice is? It crushes
Mouth boy.
and Mouth Boy crushes things, and humans don't like them because that's specific. And then this Go Ranger ass looking monster that I love comes down, and it's like, ooh, I'm gonna crush your heads real nice, like a fresh squeezed orange on a Saturday morning. And there's that happens, and then you got the Kiramagers. They fight. Oh, they had their first official roll call. Blue was able to join them from the Sengoku era because it was just in time for lunch. And they morph, they roll call, it's great. And then Shigeru, being the badass he is, gets tricked by the monster going, look, what's that over there? Huh? Ah, my head. it hurts, but I'm Kiramager blue, so it doesn't hurt. And they try to saw it off, they try to pull it off, they try to shoot it off. Kids, don't try that at home. And then he goes to the set, rearranges the stuff. The buildup will be so much cooler. And then Blue, Senna, Tomitomo, and Jewel find him in his dressing room screaming like a little boy because it's painful and it hurts because that's a normal human reaction. And then he gets real scared and is like, what are you talking about? I'm not in pain. And then Jewel makes him feel better when fighting by calling him Lord and swinging from a chandelier. And then the fight goes down, and then they become Kiramager, Kirame Dynamic, Handayo Ne. And that was Kiramager.
Nice. So, what did everybody think about the episode?
I loved it.
Really
Pretty
good.
It was a really great episode. I thought, like, throughout, it was great to have episode 0. It just feels natural. Like I feel like the first 4 episodes of Kiramager is better than. Hate to say this, but it's probably better than more than half of Rear Soldier for me personally.
More enjoyable.
It is more enjoyable. You get to know about the character, especially Blue, more. And I don't find Juro annoying in this episode at all. Like,
I like it when he works it into battle. Kirama King, run over.
I mean, I
Yeah.
genuinely liked the you know at the end of episodes sometimes they'll just one character will talk to the camera and say, "Oh wow, isn't this guy such a good person or something?" This episode they just went, "Oh hey, isn't Jewel such a good leader?" And I was like, "Actually, yeah. He's really good."
Yeah.
As in this team, I demand you stop it. What? I'm sorry. I won't order you around like that ever again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's like, don't apologize.
It was the one and only time where I was fully on board with what they were trying to sell me, you know?
Yes.
And it was the believability of him being a leader and making the call, like, every episode so far to, like, I don't know, lead these guys using,
Like
rather
their
than
best
ordering them
traits.
around, like using their strengths,
Yeah,
you know?
totally agree with that.
Oh no, they've started.
I really just funny things. I really enjoy how all the Kiramagers and their machines have great relationships except for Yellow. Like his
Yes.
Shovel constantly just keeps talking down to him, and it's like, you suck, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, Team Ace is right here. And it's like, no, dude, it's definitely Shigeru. And it's like, what? No, just constant little funny things about the show. I enjoy how it's not taking itself too seriously.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And
Especially
it's
the scene
done
with
well.
them trying to get the thing off.
Yes,
That's funny.
freaking Senna. And she's like, ah, so funny. Well, next week looks like a really good episode.
It does look like a great episode, and I love the fight choreography because it was directed by
Koichi Sakamoto.
Yeah.
Was it really Koichi this week?
Yeah, it
I
was.
think he's
Oh,
directing
that's
this
dope.
week and next week, right?
Yeah, he will
Nice.
do next week as well, and because looks like next week's episode is gonna be filled with packed action. So
On JetX.
I love the fighting scenes in this episode. Like, as I said before, like the fighting styles are very different from each other, but it just matches their personality and what profession they do. And I don't know. I feel like if this continues, this show might be one of my favorites in terms of like the aesthetics, and the characters are so enjoyable so far, and you still kind of know what's would you say this is a filler episode?
I would
don't-
say so.
No.
I wouldn't
It
say
was
so.
character development.
Yes.
You had
it-
Craig.
About the
I
character.
feel like this is a very necessary episode.
Yes. It was necessary and entertaining at the same time.
Yeah. And what else is there? The debut of Kiramager.
Oh yeah, pretty.
It's very pretty. And
It's weird.
I mean,
It's
I
so-
love
it's
how
simple. Go
I
ahead.
love how all four of them form the mech, and then Blue's just a sword.
Yeah.
yes.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I enjoy how like it looks so different, even though you just stick the helicopter on the chest and just Blue's a sword. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah. I love the individual attacks that they can do throughout with Kiramager. Like you can have Helico doing the whirlwind, and even Maha can actually shoot blasters from the side. So I like they have their own separate attacks rather than just depending on the sword and just like fist fighting and all that stuff. So it's quite interesting. And what else?
Let's see. Notes.
What is this?
Jesus.
Oh my God.
What happened?
What happened?
I just wanted to break the silence.
I like the relationship with Jetta and Shigeru that they touched upon in the episode, where like why
Yes.
Jetta really appreciates Shigeru a lot.
Yeah.
You get to see
But
that.
it helped Jewel understand like why he was acting this way. Where it's like Jewel's like, I don't get it, and like Jetta's like, this is how he is. This is how he needs to be, and he's like, all right, well then all I'm gonna do is support him.
Yeah.
And I like how Jetta is like fully defending his partner against like Yellow, because he was like trying to talk down on him, and he's like, you don't talk to him like that, blah blah blah. And I feel like that's a really good brotherly relationship that they have going on, which is which I can commend.
Yeah.
Pink was pretty trying to be putting her doctor shoes on, trying to get rid of the which is pretty funny. I really like her.
It's really like, I really like how they used that to where like they just was like, oh, there's a vice on his head, we got to get him off. It's like, no, this is destroying his cranium. We need to get, this is the exact problem he's having. This is what we need to do to get it off. Like,
I like how their professions are incorporated in the situation that they're currently on. So, and then she actually comes off scene and says like, well, I have to go to work. I'll see you guys later. And I like that. Like, it's not like they always have to be together. They can still do their own things. And then
It's as if they have actual jobs.
Yes. And I really appreciate that, rather than like, oh, I'm gonna come off the floor for a year and I'm going to fight some baddies and then I'll come back. No.
yeah.
So she has good time management in that sense, I think. And I'm pretty sure everybody else has pretty good time management. And I think Drew probably shows some scenes in the future, him going to school still, and Senna still going to school as well. And so we'll see that in the future episodes. But yeah, very excited for next week. I think it's gonna be a very Hey?
Is
I
Senna in school?
I see she's like college.
I think she's college, right? I don't know how old she is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But like she's world renowned apparently.
World
Like,
renowned.
Man. For running, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I like the ending of the episode. It was pretty comedic. But like they're all teasing.
Yeah,
teasing
yeah.
Shigeru.
Was that a commercial that he did? Was it?
It was like
I
a
think it's just
documentary.
like a little
like Office,
featurette.
basically.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. The way they shot it. It looked like a Japanese special that you
It
would see.
does look like a Japanese special, like he was selling some sort of like like a special DVD about himself and all
Yeah,
that,
it
which
was
is
like-
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Like a special on television.
I think he was also breaking the fourth wall in one aspect, like don't try this at home, kids, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that was
wasn't it?
fun.
Yeah.
Being like,
That was a nice touch. I like that one. That
Uh.
was but otherwise, overall good episode. Hope to see another focus episode about him later down the track.
Yuichi Nakamura next week. Jay. My man.
Oh, yeah.
Next.
Garza's Jack.
Garza.
Oh
Move it up.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Who?
The guy who plays Jay.
The voice
From
the guy who
GoBus.
voices Jay in GoBusters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's also
Do you even Sentai? Do not you even Sentai?
I don't know the names of people. How am I supposed to know the names of people?
Yeah. So
01?
So 01.
Yeah.
01.
So we got some big revelations this week.
The big one.
So we got, let's see, so we have politics getting involved. Well, half politics.
Mhm.
Apparently human gears can't
Why?
be politicians.
What?
Corey. We just have
Who left
Grayson.
their vibrator on?
don't lose focus. Wait, what?
Apparently human gears can't be politicians. It's illegal.
I mean,
I think that would make sense.
makes
That
sense.
fully makes sense.
Because they would like corrupt the system or some shit.
So
like,
yeah?
In the framework of the show, it's like they aren't recognized as citizens, and like
Mhm.
only through 01's lens are we now seeing the humanity in human gear. So it makes sense right
Yes.
now that they wouldn't be able to.
Yes.
Especially since they are robots and people can just, program them in such a way
To use
to
them
make
for
them,
their...
to make them do what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. But would you say, because in this instance, would you say it's an unfair battle? Because we can't. So Zaya can use a politician using a Zaya spec, but we don't have so Hidden doesn't have a politician.
I mean, yeah,
so,
it was absolutely unfair.
yes.
I don't know. Coming out of this episode, I wasn't too pleased with it.
Okay.
I've softened on it a
Yeah.
little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mostly because, like, within, I guess, sort of the framework of the episode, I was able to... This is something I didn't really touch upon in the Go Mango review, but
Ooh.
more so now in this episode, like,
Way to plug your
they
fucking-
use Humagear as sort of an allegory for what is it, automation, and then
Yes.
also sometimes minorities. And in
Mhm.
this episode, they were able to sort of mesh both. And I think at least the messaging was effective. It's just, I don't know that I'm too interested in seeing it here.
Yeah.
Like, I understand what they're going for. I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah, I will say there are certain points where it's just like Guy did that on purpose, but at the same time Aruto didn't know. Like, so I'm like, man, what are you doing? Like, you've been doing this for a while now. How do you should have known that that's what he was trying to do. Like, he probably knew that Humagears was like, oh, we'll select political representatives, knowing that he couldn't do that. And then Aruto was like, heck yeah, we'll do that. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
kind of screwed yourself on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
I think it also shows how kind of like young and not as like smart.
He's
as
naive.
Arthur. Yeah, naive. There
Quite
you go.
naive. Yeah, that's what I was.
CEO.
Am I?
And, like, check it out, is kind of a strange Humagear.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
He's fun.
Who-
He's fun to watch.
who made him, though?
I don't know. But he's fun to
Who
watch. Corey.
programmed him?
Who
Yeah,
designed this guy?
Who designed this guy?
He's such a loose cannon, but then you realize who out there would make such a loose cannon? He seems
Exactly.
like an ill-conceived character for... I mean, like, made only to serve the plot rather than, like, work within the
Yeah.
show.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And that's a pretty big gripe I had with him.
Me too. I was just
Yes.
like, what is he doing? How did he not I mean he probably achieved singularity a while ago, but even then it's like, dude, chill. Like,
Yes. And bringing him to the debate on live television it doesn't make sense in terms of when you have a politician on one side, then you have an
rapper
MC in the other side.
party.
How is that a fair argument? And how, like, what credentials? Big difference in credentials.
Yeah.
It doesn't
And
make
also,
sense.
if your plan was to basically out this guy on TV, you'd
Mhm.
want an investigator or a detective or something.
Yes.
Well, we
Oh.
don't have a detective anymore. He died, but
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately. Oh, man.
I don't know. Like the episodes stacked it so hard against Haruto that once he finally did get the butt end of the stick toward the end, I was like, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course this happened. I'm not surprised. It was kind of more predictable because it was sort of stacked that way.
I think the way that Arto and like the Human Gear check it out try to get the votes was like through the young crowd, in which they should have.
Yeah.
I've done-
Unfortunately,
I mean, there was
it's
that old
through
couple.
music and all
Yeah,
that.
there was that old couple.
Yeah.
They weren't.
I think Arto should have done differently, but
I think Aruto should have, if he had known that you can't have a Humigi as a politician, then he would have to not go through with the competition and actually, go to guy like, look, listen, I don't have anybody who can be a politician. We have to do something else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, on the other side of that, like, I sort of get not necessarily the political side, but also there's the idea of, hey, we need to sway public perception in order to get Human Gear legitimized. And this seems like a very good conflict to have and a good issue to solve. It's just you're going up against Guy and he's just going to screw it all up.
yeah.
Yes. And pretty much, I think Guy, I mean, you can see how corrupt the crowd
now he controls
is.
the media.
He controls the media. There's his staff members amongst the crowd to rile everybody up. Everything's going against hidden intelligence, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, there was a purpose for that, and obviously he's been provoking Mr. MC here to get rampant and become a Magia again. So it was all planned, but what can you do? Like, unfortunately, in this case, I don't know if you guys seen the spoilers, but
Yeah.
what's gonna happen
No.
next?
No, don't talk. I'm not gonna say anything, but it's gonna get really interesting. I think.
We don't have to talk about it
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it.
Yes.
at all.
Yes.
But it kind of really sucks that like now everyone sees Saya in this way, even though they've done like really like bad things.
Yes.
And it really sucks that like they try to expel them, but it didn't work. So,
It sucks.
Yep.
It sucks.
Other things that happened.
talk about Bua, man. That's like the major one.
Oh yeah.
That's like holy
talk
shit.
about
Bua
her.
and Yua have chips in their brains.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
So are they androids or are
I think
they
they're humans with AI-assisted chips in their brains?
right?
But that's just
Because
me.
here's the thing how I see things. Like they have enhanced. Do you think they have some sort of enhancement in terms of strength or anything like that?
I
With
think
the
it's a
AI
lot
chip?
like compatibility surgery.
I think it's like X-Aid. It's basically
Is it-
X-Aid.
And I think the reason for that is that the writer is the same as X8, so he's probably rehashing something he's done before.
Still interesting.
Which
It's
is
really
still
interesting.
interesting, and it's a pretty good revelation. And we find out that he was the one who actually took out. He made Hirobi escape, which is a good twist.
Yeah. It's a good twist.
It is a good twist.
Oh, Corey
as good
muted.
as Auntie Anne's pretzel, which you
Oh.
can get
Oh.
by using our code
Oh,
breakdown.
we're talking about Fua.
You
My
walk
bad.
Oh,
into any Auntie Anne's you see. It could be in the mall, it could be a cart, and you just tell them breakdown. And if they don't give you a free pretzel, they're illegal, and they
What?
got it. You just got it. They're a legal person, not citizen. That's different. They're breaking the law by not giving you a free pretzel. So
What's
if you walk into
happening?
an Auntie Anne's and say breakdown, they don't give you a pretzel. You climb over that counter and you claim it, and whatever toppings you want, and you can tell them that Tommy sent you, and there you go.
Grayson.
Back to you,
So,
Roland.
Corey, what do you think of Fua having a breakdown?
I don't know. I had
So-
a feeling like when early on when he was sort of chasing down the ghost and he was
Mhm.
like the only one that saw it and there was this weird effect over it. I had a feeling that it was him. I just didn't know how quite yet, and this actually, it makes more sense.
Yes.
It is strange that like we don't really know when it sort of happened, like when he got the chip. Like, was it
Or
during
the-
the first transformation? Did it suddenly just happen?
I
because
think it
of
was
or-
during Daybreak, wasn't it? Like the.
Or maybe like if you join Ames, you have to go through that or something. Maybe.
I thought when he got like swarmed by the rampaging Humagi, and then he got kidnapped and stuff. And,
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, because Yua got the chip in her brain, so it must have been when they got employed through Ames.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, this all happened because Fua wasn't protected. And you know what should protect them? That reminds me of our sponsor, NordVPN. You go to NordVPN and use the code HELP, and they'll give you a 25% discount on your new Squarespace website. Make it beautiful, NordVPN.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know we have a sponsor, but sure, okay. Try the
Okay.
code, and just if it doesn't work, just keep refreshing. Apparently.
Probably not watching this, but okay.
Yeah. So, do you think Fua is going to be part of Zai Enterprise? Because he said that he's going to say, "Oh, he's going to be our lapdog."
No, I think
He's
they're going
definitely
to
gonna
fight.
fight
I
it.
think he's going to overcome it.
I think he's gonna overcome both of them, but he feels like kind of lost in a way. So it's like
Yes.
he's become like something that he hates, which is really interesting.
Mhm.
Right.
So in the show, he's like, "Oh, I hate human gears," but now he's basically similar
Well, he
So
hates
the-
it
to her in a way.
because they almost,
I mean, it's
but they've also said
kind of like from before. I have two conflicting memories now.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's an interesting direction for the character to take, but like from what we've seen so far of who he is and just how he operates, he's just gonna break through it.
yeah. Of course. It's gonna.
He's going to break down through it.
Yeah,
That's
Right.
right.
And the debut of the Jackal
Oh, yeah.
Raider.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
fighting Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Okay.
The voice of the belt pronounced it weird, like something like a Valkyrie.
Oh,
Like a
yes.
Valley Girl.
So I feel like they, in the actual text to speech, they actually put Valley Kiri. And they,
Yeah.
I think they were trying to go off by their,
Valkyrie.
isn't it like,
Mm,
is it
okay.
romanization? What is the, you know what I mean? Like they were going off
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how it, yeah. So I think they should have just left with Valkyrie, and then it would have
Mhm.
just run smoothly. So technically, that's another era that the progress keys are going to have in the future. But what do you think about the suit of the Raider?
It's cool. He
Looks
uses
nice.
It's a cool suit.
some of the helmet a little bit for Valkyrie.
Yes.
You can see it.
Yeah.
I think Corey
it's-
probably wants to show the of it probably.
I mean,
Or no?
we haven't had any
He
Ah.
wants
We haven't had any Magyar.
Jodo, he wants the Yudo, he wants the Yusei Fudo.
I wouldn't. I think.
I mean, of course I want it. It's just
Yeah.
Soto hasn't shown any of them.
I
Oh,
want-
I think for it would be Soto's easier. It would be an easier idea for Bandai to actually do a Soto set for the Raider rather than a Magyar, just because of the suits, kind of like a retooled shot riser riders, like the
Yeah,
bottom
absolutely. But
Yeah.
also for the Magyar, those are the Human Gear ones, right?
half. Yes.
There is a mold that exists for those now, so it's
Okay.
they could still use it.
Hmm.
But you got to break the mold.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like her Death Scythe, which looks really cool. And I like
Yeah. I don't understand how people see these and it's like, look, fear not with Human Gears, with this product that will sell you. It'll turn you into a monster.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
Raiders
yeah,
are technically monsters, right? Like, why
With a
would you want to
shadow
turn into
scythe.
a monster?
Straight out of Hot
Just like that idea of, I don't know where I saw this, but it was like two stormtroopers talking to each other or something off-brand. Like, hey, do you think we're bad guys? No, that's not possible. But we're on this battle station called a Death Star. No, that's not. And like, that suit is so blatantly evil. You can't help
Yeah.
but think like, am I possibly in the wrong here?
You know, I feel like they could have added some brighter accents, made it look a little bit more plain instead of like an evil pharaoh.
Mhm.
But you know,
Yeah. I mean, they could have added some more orange in there.
Or just make
Yeah.
it sparkly.
Sure.
or like for example, raiders you've seen in the past. I was like, hang on, isn't that the same thing that your representatives have used in the past and caused massive damage and attempted manslaughter? Like, what? No, of course not. Yeah, I'll feel safe and totally like a good guy by using keys called Crushing Buffalo.
Stormy
Also,
Penguin.
there was one positive to come out of it. Yaiba actually won a fight for once, which is
Yeah.
quite rare.
Yeah, and she hasn't done that.
What are you talking about?
I know.
She won her debut fight.
Yeah,
Yeah. How long ago was that, huh?
That was episode 3.
That was
then-
episode 3.
Then she won her Lightning Hornet debut fight, which was like episode 9.
We're on 28, sir.
We are.
Yes.
It's been 19 episodes.
I'm just
19 weeks.
19
You know.
weeks.
That girl needs to get her ass up and fight. Like, seriously.
She's got to get out from
She needs
under.
to get her ass Nelson, says
She's
Tommy
gonna-
Lulu. And
She's got to stay away from guys, D. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Anyway.
I'm glad we let
There was
that
no
one
beef
sit
for
there.
this week, so Corey doesn't have to leave the stream.
Wait, what?
I said there was no Beast Morphers this week, so you don't have to leave the stream.
Stream.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yay.
Woo.
Why is it that
Um,
all dating sites women always say? I don't fucking know how it goes. I don't know how it exactly goes.
Women in
what
general
else?
have said
is
it on
there?
dating sites. You think I'm making that shit
Oh,
up?
did you see
Everybody
Jin
knows.
and
Back to the top.
Fuwa? Their interaction.
What?
Jin and Fuwa's interaction?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're just twiddling their thumbs for now until this arc ends, because it was really inconsequential. He just told
Yeah.
him, "Hey, you're the dude that's part of us."
yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you
But-
say Roby? It was the will of the arc, and I was like, nah, Jin told you that shit.
Oh, that's right.
You're second in
Horobi and that was his fight. That was
Yeah, he
that
saved.
was quite a surprise that Horobi is
moves, and it was
strong.
just like, well, I'm a robot. I learned.
See, Horobi, he reminds me of Android 17. If you guys watch Dragon Ball, like in Dragon Ball Z, Android 17 was kind of weak, and then for some reason in Dragon Ball Super, he's like quite strong. He was fighting like the same level as Goku, which is like kind of in this situation where Horobi is just as strong as Thauzo. So I was quite
No
surprised
burning
at
powder
Hirobi.
this week. They gave us a little bit of a tease. He pulled out the belt and was like, "Oh,
Uh,
uh." There was that.
What else is
Do we want to do
there?
stupid opinions?
Oh, ooh, stupid! Wow. But here we go. Who wants to start first? Grayson, you can start yours.
Okay. I gotta pull it up on my phone. Give me a second. Give me. Okay, Cody. I agree. Excellent, but bad timing. Pretty much. This episode was just a assload of bad timing and Aruto conveniently not knowing certain things. And I'm like, cool, great. And then Kiramager just says, "I serious guy." No. Which he is on the inside, but not on the inside. He is not as serious, which he takes his acting serious even when he's not on the job. I hope we see more of this side. I liked how Jewel basically tricked him into staying out of the battle. 8 out of 10. Yeah, for the most part. Being like, I mean, like, he knew what he was doing, and he respected him more for it, being like, yeah, I'm your lord. I'm in charge.
Yeah.
But
I'm
it's
your
not.
lord.
I am your lord, and yeah. So that was good. Cody, I agree with you. And yes, it very much reminds me of Exit. I do get Exit
Yeah, it
feeling.
does. I mean, the style of writing that Takahashi does in 01 has some sort of like X80-ish elements, which is I mean, there was a split divide in how people liked or disliked X8. So right now it's kind of happening again. Hey, what?
What Corey
What?
do?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh.
Tommy, would you like to present yours?
Okay.
Tammy.
Double the unknown.
Mhm.
01.
Hell yeah, dude.
He was like, thoughts I like, put in details, the corrupt schemes guy is pulling. I always believed he has outsiders helping him keep his reputation as counters to any video evidence that Hidden has, which I agree, which is pretty cool. Then he talks about this is a really cool thing he said the information we got about the chip in Fu's brain might explain why the arc printed out the Assault Wolf key instead of a Horobi upgrade when it got restarted. Maybe that key was essential to hacking into Fu's brain, especially considering the fact he stopped feeling the side effects of using Assault Wolf around the time the hooded figure showed up. I didn't think of that. That's a pretty good point. And then he talked about Aruto being a really shitty situation in terms of politics, which is pretty realistic, since like politics is another topic. It's like complicated. And then Kiramager, he thought he was afraid Shigeru was going to be another Bamba or Toa, but they presented him pretty well. And then he said Juo really compliments
Geoger?
Juo really compliments well the other characters as well. So I agree. And his imagination helps him get into the mindset of other characters. Yeah.
Cool.
He's basically a male version of Amy per Ryuji. You think of it.
Hi, Kiiku.
No, please, God, no. Not that song.
I've got Ryugno. He said that he really liked the rap. Had him bopping. What do you guys think of the rap in the?
I mean, Izzy was having fun. It was fun seeing her.
Yeah, it was pretty. That's pretty nice.
That's
But
fine.
personally, I'm like, oh yeah, sure.
So, like she was like doing like what up, like
Yeah,
she's having fun. You're an actress and stuff.
yeah. And I do agree that he went over the top. The MC went over the top, saying all humans should drop dead. So he had some sort of like, hey,
Hello.
like it was a bit full on. I think. I don't know. I just feel like that
I
was
think
a bit over the
emotions
top.
got the best of him.
Yeah, it
Clearly.
did, and I feel like that maybe since he's got he became he
Grayson
achieved.
beating someone up?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
What the heck?
Or is someone beating him up?
Oh,
I
that's
do
true.
too. That's true.
Okay, now somebody's getting the plates. All right.
I can just hear someone yell, "You're not my stepdad! You're not my real stepdad!"
You know, a real stepdad.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
he can hear us.
Yeah, so guy still is very hated. Very punchable face.
We highlight double
but-
on Moon's comment. in the
Hey.
chat. Character drama makes more sense than X8 to be honest.
Oh, is it? Oh, I can't highlight it. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm
so
on the slideshow.
double
my
on
bad.
makes a pretty good point. It's like the character drama makes more sense than X8 to be honest. It's not like
Yeah,
we're
I
on
do
the
agree
same
that
side,
double.
but we have to
Yeah.
clash for some reason. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yep.
I feel like
Um,
X8
yeah.
during this point was kind of in the slum,
hmm.
and like 01's in a similar situation, but like I feel like 01, there's more like stakes. to it.
01 slump is doing better, I think, than X8 slump. That's
Yeah,
how I
totally
feel.
agree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, because X8 sucks. But
Corey.
Yeah, pretty much Corey hates
It was
it.
horrible.
But I do agree with him. I do like the idea that Fuwa is not a human gear because anyway, if he was a human gear, we would find out earlier because like the amount of injuries that he may face, that he has had. So you would
Right.
see like robot parts a part of him and all that stuff. So it's
yeah,
a good thing
whole
that he's not a
surgery
human gear.
happened on him.
Yeah. So hopefully, he doesn't go on to, I don't know. Hopefully, he doesn't turn into a human gear or something like that. Like that, I wouldn't want that.
I'm not sure that's possible.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
basically in a position to like a human gear because he's basically used as like a tool,
Yes.
not in his own. free will, basically.
What's that? Is it Kamen Rider? Is it? Is that Ikazuchi? Ikazuchi.
Kazuki,
He was.
yeah.
Yeah, so he was brainwashed and did things that he didn't even know. So
Oh yeah, because he was a human gear.
yes.
Yeah, it's a similar situation. Both
So,
are-
Fuwa has a human gear chip or just a random chip?
it's like an
Like-
AI chip thingy.
But is a human gear technology? That's the thing.
It's like a potato chip.
I mean, Zaya made it.
Oh, good.
I don't think it's human gear because Zaya doesn't have control of the human gear. That's why they want to capture because they want the satellite thing, which
Yeah.
controls all the human gears and stuff.
What else?
Chiplin.
Chiplet,
Bag on chip.
Bag on chip.
back on chip.
Yeah, I do agree. The contest should be over, so we can do better, like better plot and all that stuff. Because I think that's gonna end probably most likely next week with, whoever wins or whoever loses. Then after that, they're ready to start off with the next arc. So, hopefully, it gets better from there. But overall, I'm still enjoying the show. I don't know how you guys are feeling about the show.
I feel like after this episode, like with Fua and like all the stuff
Mm.
that's gonna happen or like that might happen, it's gonna be really interesting to see how things shape up.
Anybody else wants to share anything? Or we're moving on to the next.
I have finished my special pet.
I'm tired of Guy. We need to just finish
He needs.
up.
I mean,
Yes.
he's doing a good
hurry
job
up
to
and
make
become the
us hate
comic
him.
relief.
Yeah.
He's
He
doing a
needs to
good.
hurry up. He needs to
I
hurry up
mean-
and become the comic relief.
Yes.
Like, none of the stuff he's doing is clever, and he doesn't have an interesting enough motivation for me to care.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
he can serve as a really good obstacle. They can give him good things to do that a villain would do, but if you don't care about who he is as a character, then it's not really as effective.
Yeah.
And I don't care. He's not given me any sort of reason to care. His motivations are all sort of petty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, what do you want to do? I want to sell weapons and make money.
Yeah. And better humanity rather than human gear or something. Also,
Yeah.
I have
Your
made
grandpa-
the observation, Corey, that he is essentially Lex Luthor.
Or maybe
More
what was
hair.
that Bane from Iron Man?
Yeah.
From basically Iron Man. What was that?
Hmm.
Let's see.
Where he's on the side of humanity but does not display it well at all.
no.
I think he's been on too long as what he is now. I feel like it's either he's gonna go upgrade and do something more villainous.
Upgrade.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I
I'm
agree
waiting.
with-
I'm waiting for his kick hopper, punch hopper moment.
Yeah.
Like where
waiting
they're not
for it.
necessarily redeemed,
Mhm.
but
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
Speaking of Kamen Rider, guys, we're an hour in. We've got some time. We're on a time crunch. Rice Krispies. So, the reason we brought Corey on in the first place, it's time for a breaking announcement. Breaking announcement. That's right. Roland asked us earlier this week, and by ask, I mean, hey, by the way, we're doing this from now on. It's like, okay. Adding in Ultraman Zeto, or Z, as I'm going to call it, because fuck you. Ultraman Z to Breaking Hero Time. That's it.
Yeah.
great.
So
It's
So-
that's it. Subs it. We don't know.
that's gonna air on the 20th of June,
So we may not
2020.
because Ultraman. It's really weird because like they don't like there's some subgroups that just wait and pile. episodes
Yeah.
up. That's what they did with Taiga. So they didn't do it week by week. So we might
I
just
hope-
do one episode and like I don't know, just
Yeah.
talk
I
about
mean,
the series.
the thing is, like, no one's going to be asking or clamoring for reviews if they haven't seen the episode either.
That is true, Corey.
So-
That's what I thought. No one
Yeah,
wants
it,
to
it happens at the same time.
We'll
for
be on our ass.
go.
Yeah, my booty.
Hopefully somebody subs it on a regular basis. It will be just
Sure.
gonna be 25
And hey, guess what?
episodes.
Subs are free. Quit complaining, you assholes.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want
Oh, I'm
some-
sorry. The
Go
free
around to
thing
Jersey
isn't
Mike's.
up on time.
Go around to Jersey Mike's and get a gosh darn sub, because Get 'em Corp's not going to give you a cheesesteak. All right, so
All
now
right. All
it's time for
right.
Prog.
It's time
No!
for-
Prognosatsu.
Why
So-
shouting? Is my question.
It's time for Prague. No, Satsu. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
It's a lot better.
Also, Corey, your laugh is the equivalent to my shout, so I don't want to hear it.
Is that so?
Yes.
What does that mean? How does that work?
It if you rate it on the decimal scale, it
The decimal scale. The decimal scale.
he got real mad at that one. He looked at me like, what is this?
What's happening? The decimal scale.
So
How many decimals?
point.
Okay.
So
Moving.
Just
So Prognosatsu, who wants us to explain what we're going to be talking about this
doing
week?
right now. So a couple weeks ago, I asked Corey if he wanted to be on the show. After many fuck offs, I eventually wore him down to where he would
That's right.
say, "I'll think about it." And then today he messaged me like, "Fine, I have nothing better to do." So
Fine,
There was-
I ran out of ways to say no.
yeah,
well,
I'm
thank
very
you, Corey, for being on.
I'm
You're
very
welcome.
consistent. Of course, thank you. In all seriousness, thank you so much, Corey, for humbling us peasants and coming on our show.
What? Like,
Hey, who said I'm a peasant? I did
Right, I'm not on your level,
Don't
bro.
lump me in with peasants.
Yeah.
Don't put me in your category. Excuse
I'm
me.
sorry.
You literally put yourself in a dungeon tonight, Roland. I don't want you don't need to do this.
All
Okay.
right, touche.
So, as I told you guys, today we'll be discussing our top 5 secondary writers. We're going to be doing this based off of a podcast that I love to listen to called Geek History Lesson with Jason Inman and Ashley V. Robinson. Essentially, how they do top 5s is that each of them, and they'll usually have a guest on for it. Sometimes they won't. They'll go back and forth and share their number 5s. Then they'll share their number 4s. They'll share their number 2s. All that stuff. 3s, 2s.
I'm not sharing my number 2s with you guys.
You know,
And I really don't want to share. I don't want you to share that with me. If I'm being frank.
well, your name's not Frank. It's Corey. So you can't use
That's fair.
Don't call me Shirley. And it's essentially like, yeah, secondary writers. Chalice isn't a secondary writer. So I just needed to get that out there. And then obviously we'll be sharing some of yours in the Prognosatsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like
In the
there's a lot.
Discord.
There's
there's
quite a
bunch.
few, isn't there? I'm
Yeah, so we're
very.
gonna be
I
your,
really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for participating this week, guys. We really
Do you guys want to share theirs first, and then we go on to our list?
No, I mean let's
You share them first.
So share their
forget
number 5s first, and then are they
no, we're
gonna
gonna
like
share all of them.
Share all their top 5s,
Yeah,
and then
just
after that
top
we'll
five.
go into it.
So
But,
You didn't start with the shorter one.
So with Cody, we've got Zaranos from Deno, Brave from Exade, Baronda as of episode of Gaim, Kraz from Build, and then Mach from Drive is number 1. Why?
cool.
Well, because Mach is my first is from my first writer, and he like Shinosuke somewhat keeping an eye on his sister, and besides taking down the road mute, he wanted to keep
Rolling you.
on Zara?
so caught because
I wasn't gonna finish the song
Sento.
for you.
Sento because he hates the weak, Baron because he hates the weak, Brave because while Emu wanted to keep the patients happy, he knew take down the bugs was first, save lives, and finally Zarons because trains.
Cool. Zarons.
Okay.
Cool.
You meant to say Zeranos.
Oh, okay.
You don't say.
Oh, but Zaron sounds
you
like
don't-
a
I'm just
different
making-
writer.
I'm just trying to.
Zaron
People might
sounds
be
like a different
confused.
writer.
Zarona.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go next?
Roland, you go next.
Yeah.
You want me to go next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. Double the Unknown. He picked Ichijo-san.
Who?
Well, he doesn't.
It's from Kuga.
really like
it's a
much-
joke, Corey, because he's not a secondary writer, but he acts like a secondary writer.
okay.
But he's a good
Ah.
character, though. I like him. He
Oh,
shows
is it? Okay, I haven't watched Kuga, so.
It's a good show. Pretty slow.
All right.
Wow, what
does
a
he
raving
prefer-
review. It's good. It's slow.
I mean, it is slow. What you were
the
saying.
first thing you say after it's good.
It's good.
That's how
Trust-
most of my friends describe me to other people. They're like, he's good, a little slow, but he's good.
Oh my god. Oh my
He's a good guy, but he's a little slow.
He's
god. So slow.
He said he preferred Gills and Chalice over the secondary riders, and finds the shows that really only have 2 riders, like Double to Wizard, have pretty bland secondary riders. Okay. He picked Kaiksa as his 4th.
But
Kaiksa shows a bit. He was obviously wasn't the main Kaiksa user, but he did use Kaiksa in the show for a bit, so I'm counting him. Okay.
Yeah, that technically counts.
Okay. He's the main character and definitely one of the likable characters until they did him dirty at the end game.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Cross or Banjo?
Um,
Most developed secondary writer. Okay. And incorporated really well into the story. Yeah. Yeah, it was a big part of the story actually.
Oh wow, that was a spoiler. Oh, I just read it.
What spoiler?
Oh man, I should
What
have read it.
spoiler?
Oh no!
Corey, what did you read?
Well, Spring Roland's about to read it, so
Oh, don't read it, Spring Roll. Corey has to
Oh,
watch Ryuki, I think, right?
well,
I
it's too
didn't-
late now. I've already.
Oh,
You already
no.
read it?
Oh man.
Okay. I'm not gonna read that. He just said Knight was his favorite. Is his second favorite. And Baron, he resonated with him for some reason. Very well developed, and he's very great. He's a great rival to Kota. So there you go. And did we address with not Ultra? He only has 2.
No, not yet. I don't think.
Wow, he didn't qualify.
He
He
didn't
qualify, he only had
qualify.
2.
Not Ultra.
Disqualified.
But yeah, cool.
You only completed 1 writer series. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, interesting. I thought you would have done more. Not Ultra.
Yeah,
But
that's
okay, cool.
that's fine.
That's fine.
Find out all cool writers out there, the secondary writers. You're
All
fine.
right, so let's start off with our number 5s. We'll start off with Corey.
All right.
We're a special guest.
For my number 5, it's Meteor. So I didn't really have too many secondary writers that like really took top spot, and like I don't know too much about Meteor, so I was
Okay.
sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel. But I love his fight style. I love his
Yep.
suit. I don't remember too much about the character. Like I said, I was scraping the bottom of the
Fine.
barrel for the
That's
last
fine.
5.
Of course, he's
Fair enough.
pretty. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a show. That was a show that happened.
Yeah, but I did love
He
the
was
way
fun.
he fought and like his whole Bruce Lee aesthetic. I was in.
I think he was
Yeah,
like-
I do like. Wah!
And then he was brooding.
Is him saving Jake in a way from a monster from a Zodiarts, but this is he's like, stop, he'll hurt him. He's like, I don't care. Goes in, and then it's just his slow motion fist and Jake watching it go by and punch the monster. It's just like,
I don't remember that, but I'm pretty sure it happened.
I like 4s quite a
Sure.
bit, so unpopular opinion.
I mean, I didn't like it at first, but then I rewatched it when I was in high school. But then it was like, oh, that was enjoyable.
Forze? You talking about
Forze.
Forze, right?
Yeah, I rewatched it.
Yeah.
When I was in high school. It was
See,
like,
I
wow.
watched it
Crazy.
coming in to know that a lot of people hated it. So I'm just like, okay, let's just see how this goes. And it's, it's
I
not
think
really
there's some flaws with the show, but I think
There is a lot.
there's a lot of
Uh,
flaws. Yes, like
There is a
nothing-
lot.
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
fine now.
Yeah, it's
if
fine
I went
now.
back to see it, but like I don't really care enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't really care, but it was enjoyable in a sense.
Yeah. Tommy, would you like to tell who's your number 5?
Number 5, pick Gatak. From
Okay.
Kamen.
Oh no!
Why?
Number
Why
5, you
not?
asshole.
Why
Why?
not?
What's up?
We'll get to why.
Oh God! Oh no! This is
Oh,
I like Gatak. He was a pretty good character in my
why do you like him, Gatak? Why do you like Gatak?
I liked his story and stuff throughout Kabuto
Okay.
and stuff, and how like he was basically the main character of the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like how he grew throughout the show and stuff like that, and him trying to like one up Tendo in a way, but like he couldn't because Tendo's like basically you can't really one up him that much.
Yeah.
I really like that. He was like the underdog.
Hmm.
And then I liked his overall journey from like Kabuto to like Geo as an overall perspective. We got to see him again, which I would never have expected
Mhm.
because
Okay.
Kabuto haven't seen any actors return except for like Kick Hopper, Punch Hopper, Speed Boo. But like I think it really showed how he himself became Kabuto for once. Like
Okay.
in the first episode there, he was like, "Oh, it didn't chose me for some reason," and now it chose him. It's pretty cool. And it
Yeah.
was-
No,
was
that
really
was
cool. I
that
liked
was
it.
fantastic.
yeah, it was like a full circle moment. Like, I appreciate
Yeah.
Corey, do you want to tell him why he's wrong? I guess.
it.
Oh, because
Yeah, I don't
because he should be at number 1.
I thought
Oh,
Sorry,
That's
Corey.
That's where I put
Right.
attack.
I have.
Here's the thing, though.
Oh.
I knew that going into this, I was like, Corey's number 1 rider will be Katak. Like
How did
Corey's,
you know?
Well, I mean,
He's my
top
favorite
5.
rider of all time.
yeah,
Oh
exactly.
wow.
Like,
Yeah.
For
Put him at
example,
number 5. You did him dirty.
my
I still,
So-
I like him a lot, but like, I think there's more riders that like I resonate more with.
I'm sorry. That's,
Sorry.
that is the wrong answer, sir.
Okay.
pissed him the
It
F off.
was hard, Corey. This list is hard. It's not like bad. I think there's some riders that like I kind of enjoy more.
Moving
I'm just giving you a hard time, even though you're wrong.
Moving
Okay,
on. Roland.
At least I'm not the. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
Number
I go
5.
next.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
going. We're going in this order.
All right, mine is technically not an. I only have top 4 plus an extra one. The reason is,
Wow,
The fifth
you didn't.
nah,
you didn't
he's
put either.
currently number 5 for
Disqualified.
now.
It's
For
quality.
Wait,
now.
actually, yeah. Hold on. What do you mean you came with 4 and an extra 1? That's 5.
I know.
No, but then this one might move to another rank later down the
Wait,
track. It
how?
depends
There's
on
only
the show.
5. Yeah, 5 already. That should be your.
So my number 5,
Oh, it's Vulcan.
yeah, it's Vulcan.
Like, wait, but
Yeah.
this one's not done yet. You can't really.
It took me a second to figure out why. and I'm
But
like, oh,
it's already kind of halfway through to have a,
I mean, but Vulcan, his whole character arc isn't done. Like, he could be like.
yeah, I know. That's why I said I'll leave it
Yeah,
at number
he could
5 because
definitely
he's pretty
shake
much
the bag.
better than a lot of the
Yeah.
secondary riders I
Sure.
watched.
+1.
I mean, he's already better than Spectre.
Show.
Trust me.
Where the Rangers could transform into Pac-Man, but not Super Mega Force.
Right.
No, because I've got 4 riders +1, but it's not a top 5. It's not a top 5.
Nah.
Yeah.
So no, because he could be up in the list. Depends how the show goes, right? But he's better than a lot of the characters like Spectre and all that stuff. So that's why he's already in the top 5. So Volk,
Wow, how premature.
Yeah, you're like Josh, like the opposite of Josh. You very premature with your choosings. Meanwhile, Josh can't finish anything.
yeah. So I like him because I love the wolf aesthetic in terms of the suits. I like his hot-headedness. He's a funny character in terms of how he interacts with Aruto.
He's got a fat ass.
Okay.
I like his
Oh.
comedic stuff.
Right.
Show. Like he tries to.
I love his gags. That's the
Yeah.
like that was so endearing of him, like to able to react to Aruto's jokes, dry jokes, of course.
Yeah, no
So
one's getting
at the
mad at
moment, hey,
What?
Corey's still salty about my list. It's a good
And
list,
no,
Corey.
wait, what?
What?
No, Spring Roll. He
Oh.
just said, "Oh, they're dry jokes," and I'm like, "Yeah, no one's getting wet after that." I didn't say anything about your list. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about you. Quit being so self-centered.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
yeah, that's pretty much Vulcan is just like he's right there at the moment. So it depends on the story how it goes. If he does greater things and better things, he might climb up the list very easily. So I'm just gonna leave it at 5 at the moment. But yeah. Grayson, you're up.
My number 5 is none other than Birth Boy himself, Date Akira. I really like O's. It's a great show, and when you have a character dynamic with
Character
Edgy and Ankh,
dynamic.
yep, knew that was coming.
alright.
Where you have Ankh, who doesn't trust anyone, and Edgy, who trusts everyone. It's nice to have someone in there to break it up. Like, he's not super serious, but he's crafty. Like, he's, in a way, kind of smarter than both of them, because while he's just doing what he's told, he has his way of fighting and his way of thinking is like, for example, in the end, he knew he needed to get $1 million for his surgery. So he struck a deal with Dr. Dinosaur and then also struck a deal with Happy Birthday. So in that, I don't know. I honestly like him just because I like him. Like, this is a number 5
Yeah, he
spot.
was enjoyable.
It's just not too serious. But like, I just really like his character. Like, whenever he's on the screen, I'm like, I am happy. I am pleased.
Yeah, Got his abs. Don't forget about him.
Not that
And yes, of course, his abs. Like how he faked his death to get Godo to accept the birth suit. Like,
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah, that was just a really fun thing. I like him. So yeah.
Cool.
Number 4.
4.
Corinth.
So Corey.
All right, number
Corey.
4. I have Maha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, like, I usually rank him higher, but when I was
Okay.
thinking about character and stuff, there are a few that I like a little better. His suit, for me, is one of the best that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, I love the suit. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know.
Dead Heat was a weird upgrade from my perspective.
I honestly like Dead Heat. Not the look, but the
The concept.
the idea behind Dead Heat and how
Mhm.
his suit, like his base suit, is the reason he doesn't do form changes is because he doesn't have to, and it's an all-around good suit.
Mhm.
That's why Drive has to, and he doesn't. It's technically a better suit.
Okay.
And then Dead Heat, he basically masturbates past his limits, and but and actually, like, you know, the idea that he breaks past his limits
Yes.
in a physical way, like showing it in suit
Mhm.
form, I thought that was great. And then, you know, the fight at the end with his dad, like, there's a reason why that one, I think a year later, won best fight of the year or something, or was awarded that for some reason.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
That
didn't know that.
that is one
Wow.
of my all-time favorite fights.
That was a good fight. It was
Yeah,
meaningful.
it was beautiful. So
The
yeah,
axe.
go.
Cool.
Love Go.
And his interaction with Chase.
I
That's-
mean, it
I felt like it was unnecessary, but I understand why it's there, but it just felt like
I liked it until his movie, and then it went downhill.
yeah.
Ah,
Uh,
okay.
The moment he was strangled and dying, and then yells, "I can't die! I'm immortal!" and then just doesn't die
Ah.
and kills the dude.
Yeah, that's
I hate that movie so much. It's
the
it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
the mock movie
Yeah.
with Hart.
But-
Maha.
Yeah, that was,
Um,
yeah, that was a weird movie.
What about that
Yeah.
that movie form that they did? What do you think about that?
It's bad.
Do you like that one?
It's bad form.
It was fine.
It was there, I guess.
And like what it meant in the show, or like in context of that movie.
Hmm.
Like I really wasn't there for him saying, "Yeah, I can't die now," because that's just how I am. And then he gets the power up. I'm like, this is the worst speech you could get for the power up. And I'm not hyped at all for anything going on here. I'm not hyped for these colors either. Just
No.
go back to your regular suit. There's a reason that one was perfection. There's a reason you were given that one.
Just add more white like, to the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lack white.
Tammy.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Baron.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kamen Kaito.
Human
Ooh.
Kamen Kaito. I like this character a lot from the first time, from the overall show that he went through, and then like he was. I felt that he went from like being an asshole, and then you start seeing like more sides of him like losing his like business as a kid and how he grew up, and then wanting to have that power and stuff, that struggle, and like that the desire of having that greed and power. It was pretty cool. And I liked how his relationship with Koda throughout the show progressed a lot. It went from them being like rivals to then respecting each other at the end.
Yeah.
And then
And
still being rivals.
yeah, still being rivals in this sense, but in the good way, it's kind of respect against each other. Because at the end, Corey, you watch guy? I gotta make sure because I can't tell.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I've got tons of figures. I had these guys out and playing with them.
Yeah, okay, so
Nice.
yeah, it was,
I'm all done with
I
it.
really liked it. It was like
Yeah.
really. He was a really well executed character.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, it's like his speech at the end when he died was pretty well said by him, and the way his character kind of ended tragically, but in the sense that he kind of accomplished what he wanted, but he didn't get to achieve it fully since Koda won. It was
Don't
really-
worry, he can come back to life as a robot again.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yes.
Also, side note, Mega
Yeah.
Hex is one of my favorite villains of all
Yes.
time.
Who?
From
Was
the
that again?
Time Drive movie. Mega Hex.
Oh, okay. He was the bad guy. I'm trying to remember because like these movies just come and go, man.
Oh yeah, that was a really good movie. The gun part, at least.
Yeah, that's my number 4, Baron. I really like him a lot.
Kami-sama,
Cool.
your seatbelt.
And I liked his relationship with Marika too. It's pretty
Oh, you mean the
weird.
girlfriend that he murdered?
Yeah, basically.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Like, she was such a capable person, and then she's
Yeah.
like, wow, I'm really just attracted to powerful people.
Yeah,
Powerful
basically.
myself for some reason, but
That's just their thing, I guess.
here we
I
are.
really liked just there's one thing, spoiler alert, Kaido's not on my list, but the one thing I really liked is when he just destroyed Sengoku's ass.
I know, that was so cool.
He just murders him
He just
in every way
annihilates him.
possible. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, this is what we all wanted.
He broke him down to pieces. Basically.
So yeah.
Cool. So my turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Go for it.
All right. So my number
row,
4.
row your boat.
Gently down the beach.
Yeah.
Merrily.
Gently
Life
down
is-
the stream yard.
Life is but a cream.
My number 4 is Hero. Kamen Rider Brave.
Oh, I like Hero.
Yeah.
I put him
Now
in
the- yeah.
my honorable mentions.
Oh, okay. So the reason why I liked him is that he is like a total opposite to Emu. Because I don't
Second
really like.
time next. Hero is also my number 4.
Okay, wow.
Is he?
We'll just talk together about
Okay, we'll talk about it
Okay,
together.
and then
Cool.
he was on my honorable mention.
Yeah.
it. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
So
nowhere
he's
on my list.
totally the opposite to Emu. Like I like his approach as well. Like I feel like the show wasn't as acknowledging his approaches of how to battle things. Like
Yeah.
you know, Emu was all about, oh, you know, you got to protect the smiles of the people and all that stuff. Like no, and then Hero's like, nah, we're going to do another approach. Whereas like, you know, what is it? Attack, kill the patient to prevent the spread of the, you know, the
He was very
disease
like
and all that stuff.
methodical of when he.
Hey?
He was very methodical, like a.
Yeah,
That's very
so he
good
was
one.
actually thinking more like as a health professional rather than Emma, who was just
critically.
like,
Mhm.
you know, oh, think about
And then
the children. You know what I mean? Like,
that's like a really good point for him because like that methodical mindset like causes him in a way because like it causes him when he tries.
and here's the thing, it does question his empathy a lot.
Yeah.
And I like that aspect of like how XA was trying to see him like he's not very empathetic and all that, but you do find out later on he loves his girlfriend. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was, you know,
the
he
best part for him.
yeah, and then that was a big part of his story. That he was willing to do anything to get his girlfriend back. So he was being cold to her, but technically he really did love her.
Yeah.
But I love his suit, his
Yes.
title legacy. I love his
That's
suit,
amazing.
his level 2 suit. I love his RPG theme. Totally love it. I don't really like his what was the one with the
45 beat.
yeah, Dorefa beat. It's okay. It doesn't really suit him that well. I do like his level 50 version. It was very
Kado.
sinister.
Kado Quest.
Tattle Fantasy.
Final
Channel
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Yeah, I really like that one. Gives them a more sinister look. But otherwise, yeah. Overall, I think he's a more level-headed character, and I think they portrayed him.
Yeah,
I think they should have done a bit more better things with him in the show. But
They definitely should have. They
They
went
should.
over in a lot of ways.
yeah, how about you, Grayson? What do you think? Why do you like?
I really like Hero because the first 5, maybe even 10 episodes of Exade, I can't stand Emu.
Yeah,
I cannot. He definitely gets better over the series, and I just like him more. But Hero was such a refreshing presence because Emu was just like Emu was really good at getting in his own way in the first few episodes,
Yes.
like protecting the patient, putting them before everything else. I'm like, yes, but you do realize you're not protecting the patient because you're not fighting the monster right now. That is your number one priority right now, and Hero knows that. And also, just like Hero is very cold. I thought it was very cute that like him eating sweets is how he honors the memory of Saki. Like I think that's just a really cute thing. 'Cause, like we find out early in the show where it's just like I don't like sweets, and then that's all he eats like most of the time.
yeah,
But no, there's this moment like when he starts to fight for Kronos, and
Yes.
like Emu, Taiga, and them they're all in this like abandoned parking garage thing.
hmm
And they're like, why? Why are you fighting like this? He's like, because I honestly didn't think there was any way to get her back, and now there is. Also, and essentially, this is his way of apologizing to Emu. He's like, I blamed you for everything. Or like, this is his way of apologizing to Emu and Taiga. He's like, in turn, I'm sorry for treating you this way. Also, Taiga, I'm sorry for blaming you because I now realize it was my fault the whole time why she's gone. And I'm like, it was a very growing moment when he's just there crying, and it's
Yes.
amazing. And also, yes, he's
Love
just there.
that scene in
I
the rain.
love it. It's just no, not when it's raining. That is a great scene, but it's when he's just in his regular suit, like with all of them in like this little parking garage thing, and he's just crying while saying all of this to them. And then
Oh yeah. Okay.
there's his fight between where he chooses to save Taiga's life. And
Yeah.
then goes and fights Kronos with
Okay.
him, and then he's just like, "Please leave me alone," and he's just there in the rain crying. Like I absolutely love that scene. Hero
So amazing.
Hero is a very underrated character. They did not use him as much or as well as they should have.
Mhm.
yeah.
So yeah, they kind of fixed it in the Versus movie, in his V Cinema, but other than that, yeah, like I just like him a lot. Next,
Number 3, Corey.
Karn.
So that's where I put Baron.
Okay.
Higher. For me, I really appreciated that the way he clawed his way to the top and earned his power. Unlike Koda, like Koda would always learn a lesson and was given a power up, which was fine. But Kota clawed his way to the top and got there.
Yes.
It was through his own ambitions that he was able to go up against a god and almost get there himself. And I really, I like that. I wasn't a big fan of his V Cinema though.
Yeah.
I thought it just gave some really strange backstory. Also,
Yeah, it was really weird.
They were just riding around on regular motorcycles because I guess they stripped them of the Sakura Hurricane skin or whatever. They were just regular ass motorcycles. I don't know. That was dumb. But I really liked him. Served as great foil for Koda, as you were saying, Tommy. And it was so effective at showing the two different ways that you can use power.
Mhm.
I don't know. It was,
And he
it
just
was-
he just like chose the wrong path in a way.
yeah.
It was like really interesting.
Yeah, it was Koda's given the power because it's like like whenever he's given the power, it's because it's like, oh, he's going to use it for good. Kaido had to take the power for himself because he knew no one was going to give it to him because he knew his
But,
intention was bad.
The fact that he was strong enough to do so
Oh, yeah.
and go toe to toe with him was really cool.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Tammy, who's your number 3?
Okay, my number 3 is Birth. I think
Which
I'm
one?
gonna-
Which one?
I'm gonna cop and say both of them because they're both.
Oh, that's my
here.
number 3 as well.
Wow,
That's my
it's
number
a top
3 as
five.
well.
Yeah, I know, but they're both Birth.
No, but it's a top 5 plus 1.
Well, which
Yeah,
one you
yeah,
picking? I'm picking Akira Date. I picked him as my number 3.
I think I like Godo a little bit more. I like
Oh, okay.
a little bit more. I still like both of them. That's
Okay.
why I put
Like
both Birth. So I kind of like Godo a little bit more. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Akira Date's abs. I can take them. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You better
We'll
not,
take
you
them.
better not let Brian hear you say that you like Goto more than Akira.
But I
Yeah.
just like.
He'll throw cheese at you.
I think I like Godo's like journey, sort of. Even though Akira Date got a pretty good journey, but I just enjoy how he was kind of like rebellish in a way, kind of brooding in a way, and then like when he met Date and like he was kind of like conflicted on like why is he birth instead of me, and then like he had to learn like that he's more, he had to line up a bit, and then like he kind of learned that in a way throughout the show, and then like he starts to like realize for himself that
Oh no!
oh
Oh
Oh no!
Oh,
joke.
great.
It was a joke.
He's gonna tell
Oh,
on
he's
you
gonna smite
to your
you.
elder.
Sorry,
He's
it was
gonna
a
tell
joke.
on
you.
Oh shit!
You
was a joke.
disrespected Grandpappy.
It was a joke.
Grandpappy is gonna smack Pappy. You-
But I just like how Godo
Tommy
became
Lulu
birth.
in the hospital.
Okay, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, so basically, I just like how Godo was more of a kind of learned about his ways in the show more than in the beginning of the show, and how he became birth was pretty like convincing in a way that like
I will
showed
say
he
it
was
is,
worthy.
it is one of my favorite O's moments. Is Goto's
Yeah.
first fight as birth.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's initiated by a lie, but it's one of my favorite moments. And to help your case, Tommy, I will say,
yes,
Goto earning the title of birth is amazing throughout the whole
Yeah.
show. Other than Date, like just getting it.
yeah,
like, I will say I prefer Date. I enjoy Date as a character. Yeah, I enjoy Date as a character more than Goto, but I enjoy how Goto couldn't like when Goto first shoots the gun and realizes he's too weak to do it. Like there's a
Yeah.
reason
Yeah.
like he was not given the power. Like he has to work his way up and earn the title, and like Akira made sure that he was able to earn the title. So
Yeah.
that's really good.
yeah. I liked him. It was
Hmm.
fun.
Cool. So, in connection with your third, I picked Akira Date. Just because he's a happy-go-lucky guy. Like, he has goals and he strives to do it without anybody's help. That's what I personally like to do myself. So I kind of resonate with that. I like his brotherly relationship with Goto. Like how he's teaching him how to fight and all that stuff, encouraging him. So I like that aspect. And in terms of the birth suits, I love the armaments that they use, and after that they use the combined form. And I like that. I wish they could do that in Rider more often.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, if the RKF, I don't know if that line's gonna die soon, maybe. If they're gonna do O's soon, I would like
Hopefully.
a set like that for birth. I would like to have the armaments and all that stuff. It's probably gonna cost like $50, but
Rest cannon.
yeah.
Or,
So, I
you
like
could
the
buy-
suit,
you
I
could
love
buy
the
the premium Bandai Soto Birth unit, and it has everything you need.
Oh my god.
It has everything you need and more. Check it out on the
That's
Soda
right.
Pop podcast.
What else is there? That's pretty much it. I don't. I think he's a fun character. He's not like annoying or anything. He's great. But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
All right. My number 3. I am going to apologize in advance. My number 3 is Kagami. It's Katak. I'm sorry.
Corey,
No, incorrect.
I'm sorry.
Incorrect.
Oh no. Oh great. Corey's never gonna come back.
None of this.
I let me rephrase by saying this. I really like Kagami as a character. I love him, but there are just
As you should.
a couple people that I love more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Corey. Please don't.
No,
Right.
from
Oh
the,
no. Hey, I'm not begging, okay? These two are. I'm
from the get-go,
We're just saying.
I mean, I'll stop begging after a while. It is what it is. But
It is what it is.
but
You did this to us.
let me say it.
Well, I didn't know Corey's favorite ride was Kagami.
I did.
I was supposed to know. I didn't
Yeah.
know through the show. No one warned me.
Great, we're cancelled.
So Kagami from the
I'm taking
get-go,
away.
very
All
much.
my top 5.
Kagami from the get-go, you can very much see that he is a try-hard. He's just not a very good one. But
He tries his best, but it's kind of.
you try your
Okay.
best.
Oh no! Look, he's folding his arms, guys. Come on.
He's
not
not
making
a
a good
good
case here.
tryhard. But like from early on in the show, you can see how badly he wants this, like how much he's willing to fight. But you know, in the end, like he's very
always-
kind. He's got all the aspects of a great rider. It's just they're not strong enough. Like he's kind, but sometimes he's just too kind. He's too naive. For example, when that worm is supposed to be his little brother, and like Tendo keeps telling him over and over again, it's like it's not him, and it's just like but I don't. He's like he knows it's not him, but it's just like I want to believe, and it's like, and that's why and that's essentially like that episode to me is like, and that's why you don't have the belt. Like, and that's one of you can add it to the list of one of the reasons why you don't have the belt and stuff like that, which is it's just really cool. And then when he becomes the B for a little bit, and then realizes like, okay, fine, you're the B, great, you got what you wanted, kill Kabuto, and it's like, what? I can't. And the fact that, you know, I really like that moment. You could argue that it's like one of the moments where it's like you had everything you wanted and you could have destroyed him. If given the opportunity, Tendo probably would have, which I don't agree with. I don't think Tendo would have. First of all, Tendo doesn't take orders from anybody.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then when he finally, his debut fight is one of my favorite debut fights of all time. Like a favorite rider debut fights of all time. Like he trusts the kid. I don't know how he survives that wound even through the fight, but whatever. He got a literally it's just through his stomach, but fine. We don't have to talk about that. Whatever. Even when, like, it's the worm, it's not even the kid. He still right before he kills him, he's like, nope, not yet. He crashes a hole through the window, and he's like, look, there's a rainbow. There you go. I did what I said I was gonna do. And it's like, wow, it looks great. And then the kid's aura comes out, and it's just also his debut fight is just one of the most refreshing moments of all of Kamen Rider, just being like, finally, like that. Like personally, I like the Katak suit more than the Kabuto suit anyway. So, you know. There's that. Now, when they give him a hyper, shut up, Corey. And when they give him a hyper suit in that DVD, it looks like trash compared to the Kabuto hyper suit. I'm like, all right, you just kind of turned his horns that way and gave him a yellow chest. That's all you did. So
It's a hoverboard. It's pretty cool.
yeah, no, but I enjoy Kagami even after he becomes a rider. That's one of my things. Even after he becomes a rider, he's still not as strong as Tendo. Tendo still blows him out of the water in everything he does. Like when he's all kicked his ass in that one fight where it's one of my favorite fights in Kabuto. I believe it's him, Kabuto, and Kickhopper, where the like Gatak's all beat up, his suit's all wrecked, and like Tendo comes out of nowhere and is like, you kept fighting. That's the important part. Because of you, a lot of people were saved today. And That's it. Even though you didn't do it as well as I would have because of you. A lot of people were saved today, but Attack number 3. That's mine, even though it's incorrect, but that's what's my list. So, Corey, what's your number 2? Share your number 2, Corey.
All right, when I think of like the perfect complement to a main rider, a true secondary rider, Banjo comes to mind. He's my number 2. He fits that spot perfectly. They play so well off of each other. Their relationship is dynamite. It was just an awesome time watching their relationship grow throughout the show. From day one, like, I don't know, it worked. I love Banjo. He's a great character.
Yep.
Yeah, I like him. He's fun.
Tammy.
Okay, so this could be either my number 1 or number 2, but number 2 I picked Zeronos from Deno, Sakurai Yuto.
Cool.
Corey, you watch Deno?
Yeah.
Okay. To make sure. To make sure.
You guys are thinking for Corey's approval now. I'm
Well,
not. In
'cause,
there.
like, I don't know
I'm
what
not.
you like.
I'm just saying, Corey, I
that's
apologize. This is my list.
Yes. So the reason I picked Yuto as my number 2 is because one of his stories is probably one of the most enjoyable, I think, to watch. It was like from the first get-go, you got this like mysterious aura around him because like he was like the past version of Roto's sister's husband, basically, and it was pretty interesting to watch him throughout the show, being from what he was, that he didn't really like Dana. He's just doing his own thing in a sense, and how he kind of shaped into like respecting Nogami in a way, and his relationship with Deneb was probably one of the highlights of the show, and how his character, his backstory was kind of tragic in a way, since like basically all when he transforms, it's like, oh, his sister loses a memory of him. It's pretty sad to see in a way. And then when
like it is like one of the most noble sacrifices to transform, even though
especially
it's going to destroy your life.
Especially when he gets the Zero form, and then now it's his sister not remembering him, as opposed to his future version, which is like even more scary in a way. But he still does it as a hero and still makes that sacrifice, and it's really cool to see, which I liked. And Zeronos has a pretty cool suit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Moo.
Moo.
that was one of like in like one of the first Kamen Rider transformation compilations that I had ever seen.
Yeah.
Like that was his first transformation, stood out to me and made me want to watch that show. Just 'cause, like the cows just moo. I don't know why. It was the strangest thing, but it looked so dope.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I like Zeronos. He's pretty cool.
Zeronos boat.
Boat.
Oh, tug.
Tug. That's right. Damn right.
Yep.
Row.
All right. My number
Row,
2
boat.
is Kaito Kumo.
Right.
Mr. Baron.
Oh, Baron.
The bear.
Yeah, he's my number 2. He's more like the survival of the fittest. I like that side of him. Is like, all the weak ones stay behind, and only the strong ones prevail. I like that aspect about.
Only the strong ones are prevail.
Only strong ones are
Prevailed. RRR prevailed.
Prevailed.
I love my favorite suit about him was the lemon energy arms.
That was one of the weirdest upgrades.
I just
I
don't
know,
like
I
how
love
that's
it.
considered his final form.
It's not.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a debate.
I
for
like
another
it. I like it.
His
Lord
monster
Baron's
form
not
is
a rider
his
form, so
final
it doesn't count.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Lemon Energy is his final form.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, but I also like his Apple. Was it Ringo? Ringo arms?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ringo.
Ringo arm.
I like it. I like that one. That was.
If I was
goes
an
really
artist,
well
I
with
would have
his
designed
theme.
this. But there's a design in my head where Baron uses an apple and it's a medieval axe instead of them using just an apple as the golden fruit. Because I think they should have dived in the medieval thing more. Other than giving
Yeah.
him two
Oh, that
forms.
would be cool.
They should have given him like 3. I think an apple like being an axe would have been cool, but it is what it is.
I mean, that suit makes sense as his final form, and I do wish that's where it went. But I think the monster form really sort of exemplifies his
Oh, yeah.
journey.
Because he's a monster.
Yeah.
Because he is
No,
a
exactly,
monster
like,
deep inside.
He's
The-
power hungry, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
the power had twisted him to such a degree that was,
It's the point
That
where
was
he
good.
ate the fruit. I like those moments in Gaim where Baron eats the fruit, he becomes Lord Baron. Coda eats the fruit because he's evolved. He realizes that him as a warrior has evolved to a point, as a species, has evolved to a point where it's like just a sadness he knew where he ate that is like, this is delicious. This is the
Oh
creature
yeah, this is
I am
the
now.
only thing that I can bring myself to eat. That was horrible.
Nate-chan, I can't enjoy your cooking anymore. And he's crying, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's sad. I'm sad.
sad.
You made me
Yeah.
sad.
You make me sad. How could you send someone like this who is transforming in his bedroom like a child to like where it's just like I can only eat this weird shaped fruit that turns people into monsters. Yeah. No, do you have anything else to say about Baron? Yeah.
No, it was already pretty much addressed in the other by you guys, but I just like how he was like striving to get the power himself. Like he did it in a different way to how Kota got it. So I thought, oh, he's a great character, even though like the ending was a bit weird for him. But it was okay. It was
Kind
pretty
of
good.
tragic in a way.
Hey,
Kind of tragic in a way.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
So.
I was hoping that, like Zangetsu, that he would get a Kachidoki equivalent, even though it's not Kachidoki because that's Japanese armor. I thought he would be a more like a regal alternate form that they could do in a live show or something like that.
Yeah,
but
that would be cool.
that would be cool. But otherwise,
Instead, he
he's
was
my
stuck
number
in the
2.
coma. So
Yep. Moving on. My number 2.
it's number 2, Grayson.
Suiseki. Bokumetsu. Ichiro Maha. Kamen Rider Maha. Or hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for superstar action.
Also over the top. Jesus Christ.
So
He rehearsed for this.
that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Did you?
That's right. Shijima Go is my number 2.
Cool.
God, I love that man. I love Go so much from his fun personality right to his daddy issues. It's the best.
Yes, he's
I thought, I thought you were about to say at the beginning from his dad.
From his dad.
He is such a great dad.
He is such a good dad. No, but he shows up out of the blue for no reason. Kiriko's like, you're supposed to be in America with Harley Hakase, and it's just like, I'm here. I thought I'd fight. His transition of like him being here, being this fun-loving guy, which is still a part of his personality, but it's only the surface. Like, only until episodes later do we realize why he's really there. Because
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, his true thing. Like he hates Humagears. He hates roid mutes.
Basically, Bua.
He hates roid mutes to his core. He hates it mainly because he doesn't know the truth about his father, but he thinks like he can't stand them. He's like, they all must be eliminated, no exceptions whatsoever. So like this whole, I will say he's got one of his biggest flaws, his whole hating Chase thing got real old.
Yeah, that's
That's the one I was
That-
just like that.
that's why I
It
didn't put it
got
on my
real
list.
old real quick. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
come on.
Like, how do you hate Chase? That guy's like,
Well, no, it's okay. I'm just like, you just do it, and
Like-
it's like, because he's a roid mutant. And I was like, cool, so you're a racist. Got it.
Yeah. But with Chase though, like I feel like his bloodthirst against him and his vendetta against him is
It's just one of those things of like, because everyone's accepted him, and like Go sees him as nothing but a killing machine. So it's
Yeah.
like, why are you accepting him, even though he's done all these good things? He was blinded by his own rage.
Mhm.
But even then, like his whole like his journey with his father, like in the end, where Krim's telling him, "You have overcome the sins of your father. You can rest easily now. Everything's fine." And he's just
and
like,
then he dies.
and then he dies.
You can rest easy now.
In the movie, he dies.
No, he does not.
No, in the
Wait,
Kamen
there's
Rider
the-
Sango movie,
yeah,
he dies.
Kamen Rider Sango. He dies like multiple times throughout that.
No, that's
Wait,
the Kamen Rider
Go?
Yongo. In Kamen Rider
Yongo.
Yongo, he dies multiple times. In Kamen
Okay,
Rider
okay.
Sango, he just dies. Mhm.
Oh, I
I
didn't
don't
know
know. I don't know what this Kamen Rider song you speak of is.
Sorry.
It's the movie
don't
Tyson
think it's
movies with like the
Was it
superhero.
the racing one?
Yeah, the racing one.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
I watched
Was it the
that at
Grand
like
Prix?
5 times speed.
Yes, those are the right. That's the right choice.
That is the right way to watch it. No, I
I mean,
just
the Yoga movie was alright. I think. It was a good
I love
movie.
him. He's amazing. I think he's great, just from his personality to his suit, just the fact that like his methods, like the fact that he still has so much to learn from Shinosuke, like but they learn from each other. Like Shinosuke learns to be like a better fighter, and like or just learns to use some more than unorthodox methods like Go, but Go learns that like, hey, there is a right way to do things from Shinosuke, and that's the way you need to do them.
Yeah.
And just possibly one of my favorite Kamen Rider moments of all time is
Spit take?
Go is falling back. Not the spit take.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gold Drive is just kicking his ass. Like he just feels
Oh, that
all
one,
this
okay.
rage from his dad that he fought so hard to get back, but in reality it was screwing everybody over and feels so terrible for it. And he's kicking his ass. He's falling back. There's this soft piano playing in the background. Realizing I was a fool the whole time. Like Chase just sacrificed himself. It was like I was a fool the whole time. And then my favorite drive score of all time kicks in. And it's like he tells his dad to like stop there. That whole speech is just like, you've done this, and you've done this. But the thing that I definitely can't. This is where I prefer the overtime subs. Is the one where I can't forgive you for. The worst thing you've ever done is you killed my best friend. And it's just, and that's when Mach Chaser is involved in that whole fight. It's just,
Yeah, that was a really good scene.
amazing. And then, didn't you hear it, Dad? It said, "I can go." It's the best.
You do with the toy
Go.
too. That's fun.
Go is one of the best riders.
Yeah.
Period. In my personal opinion, I love his character arc, for sure. Some people argue that Drive, like the show, focuses more on Go than Shinosuke, and I'm like, yeah, for the most part. But at the same time, like,
I think Shinosuke is
And your
better than
problem
Go.
is
and your problem is, I love Tamari Shinosuke, but
Yeah.
you know, like, sometimes
In my opinion, I feel like for me, like I feel like it goes Chase, Shinosuke, then Go. Because I didn't like.
Okay.
I did like Go in certain aspects, but I just
fair
didn't.
enough.
The
You're
whole like
absolutely
Chase.
incorrect, but it's fine.
Right. So I just felt like I didn't like
Tommy's
him.
been so wrong today.
I know, right?
So wrong
How my
today.
day today?
Tommy doesn't even know math.
And he's gonna get
Yeah, I'm an
knocked
engineer.
by Will.
I mean, Tommy knows math. Spring Roland's the one that said, "Yeah, I only have 4, but then a bonus 1."
No, and then it's guys. Before we move on, would we like to talk about some honorable mentions? Some people who might have made it onto the list, but just
I
didn't
already
make
did.
the cut.
I thought we weren't doing this. That's why I didn't mention it earlier.
Oh, For me, I don't know too much or anything about Agito. I just know that the G3 suit is really dope, and his
Yeah.
entire like weapon system is really dope.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's a secondary rider.
He
if
is.
I'm honest.
He is, yeah.
Okay, but that
Pretty good
suit is freaking cool, and I love it.
I love it. For me, Ryusei, Meteor almost made my list. Meteor and Zeranos were close calls on my list. I wanted them, but like I just think that, you know, Date had him beat. Oh, I almost put Beast on my list. Nito is almost on my list.
I felt like got the short end of the stick.
He sure
It's
did.
because like the main writer didn't want a secondary
Yeah, basically,
rider.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah,
Sucks.
that's really all he had going for me was my pity.
Yeah, but
Well, his suit's awesome. His powers are great. And my biggest gripe with Wizard is they don't use the final forms right. Wizard, first of all, Wizard should have all 8 elemental powers, not just Sparkle power. And Beast Hyper should have all 5 animal abilities, not just extra lion power.
What's yours, Tommy? Your
As
honorable.
mentioned before, I think I put Brave.
Okay.
I felt he should have gone more than he had in the show. And then, if we were to think top man, I think he would be my only honorable mention.
Mine is Go, just because of like, the constant chasing and bloodthirst hatred towards Chase, which kind of got annoying for me. But otherwise, he was still one of the like a pretty good character. But he's not my top 5. 4 plus 1. Sorry.
Also, I do want to give an honorable mention to how cool the Spectre suit looks.
Oh
Again,
yeah.
based off of the suits.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
character, that's
shitty
another
character.
story. That's a different Prognosatsu.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So
So it is
great
time
discussion.
For number 1.
for our number ones. Corey, who is your number one?
Corey?
Rider?
It's
Wow.
probably not Gattack, right?
It's not. It's Tendo because Gattack was the main character.
Yeah.
Very true.
But no,
That's
yeah,
very true.
yeah, Gattack, my absolute favorite character, and I feel like his arc sort of keys into why I like, sort of sidekicks more than I do like the main hero. My favorite superhero is Nightwing, and it's because like he's the one that's made to inherit the powers, or inherit the cowl, and
He is Batman's greatest success.
yeah.
Yes, that's true.
That is exactly what Jason Inman said.
Yep.
The fact that like we get to see him sort of work out who he is throughout the entire series until he finally lands on the right power set, something that isn't under Zect, isn't someone else's power, it's all his own. I really like that. So it's kind of like Robin getting out from under the shadow and becoming Nightwing. And then, like Tommy, you were saying, the full circle moment when he was in Kabuto, which is the only episode of Geo that I re-downloaded.
Yeah, that's the best, probably the one of the best treatments.
Honestly, it was the best. It was when Geo was at its best, when it decided it wanted to acknowledge
the writers. They should have done that.
Misgivings of other shows. Yeah. And how it's not all working together.
Corey, do you know how Nightwing got his name?
Was going to happen about it, but it didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, him eventually gaining those powers as Kabuto is kind of like Dick Grayson taking on the mantle as Batman.
Yeah. You know how he got his name as Nightwing, right?
Oh yeah, he was talking to Superman, and there was another
It was like
I
a
guess Kryptonian hero named Nightwing.
it was like a Kryptonian hero like lore, or it's just like the Nightwing,
yeah.
like and stuff like that. He goes over to Uncle Clark essentially because
Uh-huh.
Dad's being an asshole, and he's like per usual, and it's just like
Yeah. Just
Disco
everything
Wing.
about him and the way he perseveres. It's also another reason. It's kind of why I like Baron. Like he struggled to gain those powers. He didn't. It wasn't like right off the bat that got him. And you know, Tendo is a god basically. You know, he's treated as such in the show, and it's kind of like the reverence we treat Batman or Superman with. That's why, to me, the sidekicks are more compelling because they're more fallible. You know, they're
Like
you get to see them grow.
Kagami was like the underdog basically.
Exactly.
I don't remember which series, but like I believe it's either New 52 or Rebirth, where like Barry Allen comes back for no good reason and tells Wally West, "You are the fastest man alive, like you are the Flash."
I don't.
I think that's a thing.
You don't
think that's
recall? That is
I
a
don't
thing.
need-
It is a thing. But thanks to Geek History Lesson, I know it's a thing. But like there is a moment where like Barry Allen, like because he's been gone, he's been dead essentially for all these years, and he comes back, and it's like Wally's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And Barry's like, oh no, you are the Flash. Like you are the fastest man alive. You fought tooth and nail for that title, and you deserve it. Like you took my place, and you had to grow in that spot. Like it's just how like in Geo, Kagami had to grow in the spot of like he finally deserved the title of Kabuto, and it's like, oh wow, and they completely redid it with the Hibiki arc, which is whatever, but like but
Except it was done better since
no, it was
Kagami's
really,
a better character.
yeah, Kagami is a better character. I just enjoy him in a whole because he's just so much more relatable, obviously, because like like Shinosuke always does the right thing. Tendo is viewed as a god. Like you have Go, where it's like, no, that's not fair. I want to do this instead, so I go do this instead. And just like the main writer is always viewed as this like.
But he's my favorite writer of all time, and it really helps that he has a dope suit as well.
It is a dope suit,
and it was so gratifying to see him finally get his powers.
Mm-hmm.
And those be his own. Love Kagami. Your friend Kagami.
Yeah, my friend Kagami.
That's right.
So my number one is I put Cross, Benji Ryuga.
That's fair.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so Springer, want to talk about it?
You talk about first.
Okay, so I picked him.
I'm sorry. Spring Roland's too busy on his phone right now. Take over, Tommy.
What a dick.
Go first.
So I picked Banjo number one because I felt like out of all the out of all the writers I've seen, I felt like he was probably the most like enjoyable and like developed out of all of them. Considering that like he started off as like this guy just having a bad day, like he was basically
dude having the worst time of his life.
It was bro,
having a real bad day.
Down thinking I murdered somebody. This is just a bad day.
Shucks.
Oh shucks.
Start having a bad day.
And then how like he finally became Cross was pretty cool, and how he earned that because like at first he was like he was just fighting regularly, and I really liked how he still helped even though he wasn't like didn't have any rider powers yet at the time, and then how he progressed throughout the show, having his what was it? What was like the thing, the power level?
The hazard
level. There you go. Hazard level is always increasing, and I liked how like the sort of twist in a way that like he was related to Evolt, of him being you're basically
part, Mark.
Okay, I have to admit that scene was pretty weird. The cross.
Yeah, the
like,
moment the
Yeah.
slime slipped into the pants, I was
Yeah,
like,
that was yeah.
oh,
Yeah, that was okay. That's the point taken off.
That's like
But
a
other
Flubber
than that,
moment. You know,
he's a
you
good
watch
character.
Flubber? It was kind of like Flubber in a
I don't
way.
want to. That didn't help.
Yeah.
That didn't help my outlook of this.
DNA into your mother.
Oh,
Oh my god, crazy.
my.
But I liked how he was like the comedic. He was comedic all the time, and then he overcame that bad day and just stuck it out, and just
And
met
then
a really smart
Didn't
guy.
have a bad day again.
Yeah, again. And he just stuck it out with a guy that always narcs him.
Banjo Yuga's horrible, terrible, no good, bad day.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the villain. And the suit was pretty cool, like
Yeah.
with cross
All of
magnet.
them.
Yeah, all of them
Except
pretty
for-
cool.
Cross charge.
Cross charge, yes, cross charge is
Oh,
ugly.
don't tell that to Brian.
I just told it to Brian.
Oh my god, Brian's gonna hate you all.
That's fine.
I don't hate Brian, but we just have differing opinions. So it's okay, it's free
I'm just
rolling.
joking.
Yeah, I know. Please,
Um,
he doesn't hate, please.
Don't worry, he won't be here for another 36 minutes.
Okay.
um.
What
Anything
do you
else?
think of Banjo?
He's a musclehead with a lot of heart. That's what
Yeah.
I really appreciate with him as a character. He's a great opposite to Sento. They work like opposites attract. They really work together really well. He's a part of a Martian, so that's why his hazard level increased very exponentially. My favorite suit from him is obviously it's Cross Magma. I also like the Great Cross suit, which is pretty
It's
cool.
dope.
I like that. It's pretty cool. I wish he used that more often. I liked how he put like 100% trust into Sento's decisions. As you can see in the series, like he fully trusts him, willing to follow his lead. I love it. That's a really great secondary writer, I think.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of secondary writer who goes with the protagonist. Like, they work together. Like I think it's like kind of like Kamen Rider Ichigo and Ego. They like work together, but like you know what I mean. Like I like a Banjo.
It's gonna make some sounds.
Gotta make some sounds because I'm having
Yeah.
a bad day.
Bad day.
Not a great time.
Not a great.
Hey, Banjo, you okay? No, my girlfriend just died. I'm having a bad day.
I thought there was like some sort of like deeper chemistry between him and Sento, but he ended up getting a girlfriend in his V Cinema, which is cool. Whatever.
Don't worry, she's long gone by the time the next one happens.
Yeah, probably. They don't mention her again. So.
Yeah. And I don't like the suit. The Muscle Galaxy suit, which is alright.
Cross it all.
I don't like the colors.
Yeah.
Too bright.
Which is that's
That's a
alright.
one. That's not his form.
Oh, that is true, Corey. They're both.
Yeah. It's
together.
like gold and silver build or whatever. Cross
Oh
build.
yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a true his form thing.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
cross build form. It was pretty cool. The movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not to say I don't like it. It's just that's
It's not a bad form.
It's just an alternate form.
Big boy toy boy form.
Yeah, but he's my number one for the time being. See how Fuwa goes at the end of 01. We'll see. And yours,
+1.
Grayson?
Guys, I can't believe
Will
you
me.
did this.
What?
My number one, arguably my favorite Kamen Rider of all time,
Okay.
is none other than Banjo Ryuga.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Oh
No,
my
you could
God.
have added it to the
Why didn't you just say
discussion.
it?
No, you
What
have
are we
to
Why
talking
did
reveal.
you say anything?
Why did you
This
just
is
say
my
it?
time.
Okay.
You could have just said like, "Hey, that's mine too." Then we
No,
could've-
because it's fucking boring. You don't do that for number ones.
Well, that's what I did. It's really
He's had his
simple.
speech, so let's see what he has to say.
All right,
Let's
go.
go.
Okay, so
It's gonna be a long one.
he's cool.
That's it. He's cool.
Guys,
That's
that's
it.
it. Thanks for watching.
That's
If-
it.
Great out. No,
Yeah.
Banjo Ryuga, his journey is just fantastic because Banjo Ryuga, when he is there, like in a way, much like Kagami, when he first shows up, he's not ready to be a Kamen Rider. In absolutely no way. Even when he gets his powers, he's not even that much ready to be a Kamen Rider. It's the only reason it's allowed is because Sento he can keep an eye on him while he's doing it. That's about it. But like his whole relationship with his like the girlfriend situation, how he can't escape Evolt, just how because he's a piece of him. It's just like you are a piece of me. You cannot escape me ever. And it's like, God, it sucks. He just wants to live his own life, all that stuff, and just he has such kind moments. There's an episode where they find out that Sento is actually Katsuragi, and they're fighting on a quarry. Essentially, they're fighting under a bridge. That's right, they're fighting under a bridge, and like he's like, you killed Kasumi, and he's like, all right, and Sento's just silent, kicks his ass with some not even kicks his ass in 2 seconds without even using a best match. Just that alone is just being like, you're not ready, like you're such a child. And it all leads to when he gets cross charge, and you know there's a moment where you think he thinks he's there, he thinks he's ready, he thinks he's got it, but he doesn't. He thinks he's got it, but he doesn't, because he's like, no one's gonna care if I die, if I go away. I'm the hero now. And like Sento's like, are you an idiot? I would be devastated if you died. Misoro would be devastated if you died. We would all be devastated if you died. So like in those moments where he thinks he's ready but he's not, until one episode where he finally becomes his life becomes full circle. He is a Kamen Rider. Is what's so funny?
Huh?
You smiled.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that. That was
No.
like, I saw that and I
It's
was like,
still going.
yeah, what? That's rude.
That's me, Cody. That is
You're a meat.
I swear to God, you're like rude on the streets and rude over here. Come on, man.
rude on the street, rude in the sheets. It's just it's not even God. No, it's episode, I believe, 33. I know the episode number because I go back and watch it constantly. It's the moment where if they're fighting over the Sato's bottles, and it's like, that's not it. You have to beat me in a fight. And it's when Sento's poisoned, and they're like, you have to beat me in a fight. And like he kicks his ass. He kicks him in
Sento's not poisoned. Someone just drew Sharpie on it.
Kazumin's he kicked him in Kazumin's ass, and he's like, no, it's dangerous if you retransform again. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Are you going to let Sento die, or risk your life for him? And he has this speech of like, I'll never die for others. That is a quote he said in the beginning of the show, and it's like, I'll never die for others. At least that's what I would have said until I met you. All this stuff, and like all these moments of Sento, him learning from Sento, and by example being like, I'll stop you even if I lose myself, all that stuff. And it's those moments of it's amazing. He's like struggling to get up, and he's like, but I'm just a stupid human. And he turns back to Sento and goes, it's essentially, I am tripping over my words, I'm sorry. Essentially, he's saying all of this to Sento, hoping that he hears him, but he's like, because of you, I'm just a stupid human. Thank you. I would have never been so kind if I hadn't met you. And like he's essentially knows that he's about to die. Like he's going into this fight knowing that thinking that this is going to be his last fight. And essentially he kind of sacrifices himself in a way. He turns around, he says, I leave the rest to you. And then he says, I'm the hero now again. And in that moment, he is finally the hero. He finally gets his moment of where he's like, you are officially ready to be like a Kamen Rider. That is when he officially becomes a Kamen Rider, in my opinion, is that fight. And unfortunately, it is the fight where Evolt takes his body over, and that's what he was trying to achieve the whole time. But even after then, even when he takes over Sento's body, he fights to get it back, all that stuff. Banjo Ryuga has one of the best story arcs in Kamen Rider, period. He is there from episode 1. From even when he gets his powers, he still has so much to learn. He's still just a lunkhead until the end of the show when he's like, it's you and me against the world. Or like that episode 33 moment when he's like, I don't know. He's my favorite.
And the ending too, where like you might think like, oh, Banjo's dead or something. And then there's like a parallel version of him you see first, and then he shows up later. And
so he's like, Sento!
Yeah,
and then the theme song plays.
Gives you hope.
Yes, it's like stream the one English version. No, those are our top 5 rider secondaries of all.
Wow, you chose the weirdest order those words could have been in.
Was that rider secondaries time all of? This has been Prognosatsu. This is 10 minutes. First of all,
All
thank you,
right.
Cody. Appreciate it, but we still have fashion.
Passion.
Question.
Corey, go.
What's the what?
Question mark. You say question mark.
There's no words left. That's the best part.
Oh, Corey's
Bar?
never gonna come back.
Corey, there, come back. Brian hates me. Corey just hates me.
Corey just doesn't know what
We'll
I
just
am.
ask one question for today, and then we'll wrap this up. How
Yeah.
about that?
So what question is it?
I'll just pick a random one.
Top 5 favorite rider secondaries.
What are your top 5 favorite rider secretaries? Well,
Kagami's all of them. Just for Corey.
Yeah, that's right.
I just love how passionate he was about it. So my number 5 is Kagami. What? No.
I'm sorry, he's the best rider of all time.
And then I was like, Kagami's my number 3.
Kagami's number 5. Definitely.
Correct.
All right, I got one.
yeah.
AJMC 1107. If Hasbro were to take a stab at making Wild Zords for the lighting line, how many do you think they would make that weren't in the show?
None?
I don't think.
I don't even know if they're gonna do Wafflers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like
think
it
that's going to be far away.
Yeah, that's far in the far future. It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good
just
question though.
realistically.
Like, if it's too far, if it's not
RRR.
a running series, like, I don't think they're really gonna.
It's like we still don't even know if they're gonna do transforming. 'Cause they did like
Yeah. We
Just-
don't
we
know
have-
if they're going to
we
do
have
any
evidence of-
transforming Megazords into the Lightning Collection line. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
only
trying to-
thinking they're going to do the Wild Force Megazord the way they do it for the Zeo Megazord right now. So I don't know.
But we do know for a fact is Josh is probably gonna buy it because it's part of the lightning collection.
Well,
Yes.
lightning collection figure. As long as it's
Well,
No.
he says the lighting line, so I don't know if Josh is going to buy the lighting line, but
That's true. It's not
so-
bright enough.
Right enough. Oh my god.
Not
not
bright enough
bright
for Josh.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's not bright enough.
We hope it happens. Probably not. But we'll see.
Okay, we can do one more.
I'm
To my
gonna
knowledge-
I have a kiss, marry, kill for Corey.
Okay,
For Corey, just specifically Corey, not for
Specifically Corey.
just for
Okay,
Corey.
so-
Okay.
Just for Corey. Okay.
Yeah, screw you guys. So, Grease Blizzard, Yoku Ryuo,
Which one's that one?
the pterodactyl.
The Pterodactyl Zord and Ryu Soldier.
Oh, okay.
and Koguma Sky Blue.
Oh my god.
I
That's
know
so
it is.
random.
Definitely killing Sky Blue. Can't really do anything else to the other. Can't do any of the other ones to him.
Wait, how old is he now?
Sorry,
Huh?
keep, rewrite, destroy.
Okay.
Oh,
Corey, we should change it to that since it's based on that universe.
I mean, I'm still a firm believer in we should still do Kiss Mary
Wait,
Kill
guys,
for inanimate objects because I think that's still a fun thing to do.
Corey, you're like
like-
a nun.
Get out of this Megazord.
I don't know why they took the least fun direction and do keep, rewrite, destroy, but whatever.
We won't tell your thoughts, Corey. Don't worry.
Okay. They definitely can't. They definitely can't watch this very public broadcast.
Yeah,
They're not
they
going
have no
to.
access
Yeah.
to
They
it.
probably
Whatever.
don't know what's
Corey, also news. They're not going to.
We can say
Um,
anything as much as we want. They wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, Brian knows all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's God.
Let's see.
Send.
Is it the Zord or like the suit? That it comes with for
Whichever one you're more
Yoko
fond of.
Ryuho?
Oh wait,
Is
of
it
your-
the toy or is it the suit?
Oh, the armor. It's not the armor. It's the toy. It's the Megazord.
Yeah, like the Zord. I guess I'll keep Grease Blizzard. Rewrite the mecha suit to be less round.
Be less
and-
round.
Well, yeah, because it's like it has this like it has to transform into a circular thing. I don't know. And then I guess kill Kokuma Sky Blue still.
I don't know. I got two good ones. I wanna. The thing is, I can't. I've told this to Will and Kevin is where you all have very different opinions, which is really good and it creates good conversation, but it makes it hard for me to fuck you guys with a keep, right, destroy. And I'm like, damn it. So I'm just like, what can I give one to Corey? So I'm like, ice. Light blue and ice. And I'm like, damn it, I need a third one. I was like, Koguma Sky Blue is the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah. I mean, what else is ice themed?
Um,
Well, there's
You
Magic
could've brought
Mother.
Aqua in
I
there.
know
That would
one.
be
I know
fun.
one.
Damn it!
Um,
All right, damn it! All right, fine. Well, then
Um,
you would just destroy the Zord easily.
what about in Duoger, the White Ranger? Oh, what's her name?
She's
Amu?
not really.
Amu. She
I
has
don't
ice
know,
powers.
No
ice
powers.
themed. Like she
has
says
ice
it in
powers.
a roll call, but she's not ice themed.
Mystic Mother? Magic Mother?
Mystic Mother,
Oh,
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Magic Mother. Or White Mystic Major.
Okay, fine. Kamen Rider Aqua, Kamen Rider Attack, and Grease Blizzard. Keep it right. Destroy.
That's the hard one.
For the suits of the characters.
Yes.
Okay.
You kill the character, you lose the suit regardless. So.
Keep attack, obviously.
Mhm.
Who are the other two?
Grease Blizzard and Kamen Rider Aqua.
Grease Blizzard.
I think the other two is an
I
easy
would
answer for you.
rewrite Aqua.
To get
So
more
that he's in
space
everything.
Not
So that he's in
dying.
everything.
Yeah, and Geo. I mean, technically, he's not dead since they did.
I don't know. I like. I want to rewrite him to being more consistent, and I guess I have to get rid of Grease Blizzard.
Okay.
Oh.
It's unfortunate,
It's
but
unfortunate.
I gotta rep my boys, my other blue
My
boys.
boys. My other boys.
There's a
Well,
blue
anyways,
ball.
guys, what's it time for, Roland? Kill the Magma.
Thank you guys for coming and joining us today in our third episode. Stay safe and isolated. Do not go to the beach. Do not go out and do unnecessary things. Do not even bother wearing masks when you're coming out because it's not going to work. Okay. That's a
Don't touch
healthcare
your hands.
profession.
Wash your face.
Don't touch your hands. Wash your face.
Don't touch your hands.
Wash your grimy
face.
hands.
And if you
Moisturize
see
those
Chris
grimy
Long on the
hands.
street, he will shoot you on sight because he does not like germs.
Yeah, yeah.
Just so leave the your responses to shitty opinions, your one-ups, and Prognosatsu into the Streets Discord. Be sure to subscribe to us if you are first time seeing our stream. If you want to see more, we are here every Friday/Saturday, 4 p.m. PST, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Follow Corey, our guest. He's got, what do you have, Corey? You've got Go Mango, you've got Sodo Pop. Follow his socials. All the streets, the socials are in the link on the description bar down below. Yeah, follow our socials. Keep in touch with us. What else? You got any other announcements? Grayson, do you ever talk?
It looks like Grayson's trying to keep it down with the weight of it.
What if I
Any
just
topic for
turned
next week?
over and I
Or...
was just in Roland's room, just like, ugh.
I say
You got a
keep an
topic
eye
for us
out for
next
next week. I say
Guys,
keep
go
an
watch
eye-
Go Mango. Maybe Corey will put us on one of his watch-alongs. Who knows?
I mean, if any of you wanted to show up, that would be great.
Well, the last and only time you invited us, it was 3 a.m. So
Yeah, that's when we record.
every time,
Yeah.
I sleep. So.
Corey.
All right. So yeah,
Also,
thank you for
thank
watching.
so much for having me. I very much appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you,
Of course.
Corey.
I'm happy that you guys are here to actually bring in more of the audience engagement that was shouted out of the show.
And I'm
for
here
us.
too to do dumb things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely appreciate everything you guys are doing over here.
Of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have us
Yeah.
on
Tune in
next
next week.
Bring us
See
in.
you next week.
Next
Rest
week.
up because the streets is about to happen, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of shit to talk about over there,
Alright.
and a lot of shenanigans. So be prepared.
Shit,
But rest up. You got half an hour.
Go eat a
All
toilet.
right. Go to the toilet. Wash your
Go eat
hands.
your toilet. Go wash
See
your
you
face.
guys.
Your hands.
Don't touch your face. Wash your hands.
Wash your
Bye.
hair. Wash your teeth.
Keep it juicy.
Brush your face. Wash your teeth.